as we continue into this night before D-Day draft. And by the way, anybody out still passing out the rumors that Juju Smith-Schuster is coming to San Francisco, you need to stop. They have emphatically denied that is even in the in the making. It's like somebody got mad, came out and said, "Look, stop. Juju Smith-Schuster is not coming." And that, because I saw somebody say, "You know what? We can give 31 and give us Juju Smith-Schuster." I love how these things go. And yeah, and we're going to get more, too. But I am convinced, what is up with everybody talking about Ruggs? Is it the 49ers or is it the Raiders? I'm trying to remember last year. I knew I had my finger right on the pulse of things. I just knew it. And then I started second guessing myself. Are the 49ers really going to get Nick? Nah, there's no way the Cardinals are going to get Nick. It wasn't about anybody else. I knew it was going to be Nick amongst them. No, the 49ers are, Cardinals going to take Nick Bosa? No way. And then the 49ers will probably up and take Kyler Murray and see who wanted him, right? Get more draft picks. But no, the Cardinals did what 80% of us thought they were going to do. They think Tyler Murray. Come on, the guy's already lied, trying to sell lies. And he has no talent when it comes to trying to fool people. So the coach knew, man, he's saying the wrong thing. I said, man, dude, he's taking Kyler Murray. And sure enough, number 2. So this year, I'm thinking it's Henry Ruggs. For every last perfect reason, it's Henry Ruggs. We don't need, Judy's great, okay, yeah, but we don't need his skill set. Lamb is, if I want guys out there that can beat people up when they run, I got plenty of those. So, it had to be Ruggs. We need that element to take that safety. Get your butt out of here. And Ruggs has got more skills. You know what? Here's the thing. 49ers could fill needs without trades for picks. Could they? There's a remote possibility, fam. Because we ain't seen no trade downs even for number 1 for a quarterback position yet. At least nothing. If you have seen one, let me know. Because I look pretty much at the 49er sites. I don't know what's going on in the outside world a whole lot unless they flash it across. But where's the deals trading up to number 1 for a quarterback? Now, Burrows is not, Cincinnati's not going to trade that pick. But what about number 2 and number 3? Washington already said, come get it. Come get it, Jack. Offer me something. We don't need no Chase Young. Detroit, they don't need a Cuda. They said they're available for trade. But the chances are good that everybody's asking for those teams are asking for too much, so nobody's going to give up all their assets. So there's no trades going on. Now, the 49ers, that may put them in a position to go ahead and get a trade because maybe the 49ers aren't going to ask for the firstborn of whomever's asking. But not today? But not at this hour yet? I'm surprised. We'll see tomorrow. I guess it's going to be a lot. But it's going to be busy tomorrow, I got a feeling. I mean, really busy as far as the trade front goes. But there's that remote possibility. And, in fact, it appears the entire league, as I mentioned, is quiet on the trading front. Fortunately, the Niners don't have as many holes as they've had in recent years. So it's not impertinent, but it would be nice. Should things remain the same, though, will the 49ers have okay with the stock that they do have and what they're picking up? So I'm looking at Matt Maiocco, and I see, Matt's got this is right. Because the Niners have 2 scheduled picks in the first round of the NFL draft on Thursday, but everybody knows the Niners have no desire to just take 2 picks on day 1 on the draft and not be seen again until day 3. I just don't, it's not John and Kyle, Mayhew, and Peters. They couldn't stand it. They'd be sitting at home going nuts. Hitting on a computer, probably trying to hack into other people's stuff. You got nothing else to do, start messing, trolling other GMs like children. Now that pick sucked. If we could have got a deal going, I could have set you up with something better. In order for the Niners to trade back and acquire more picks within the first 2 days of the draft, Lynch has to find one or more trade partners. It's not happening as of this hour. He should be able to make it happen, though. But as I mentioned, how is nobody, including Niners, hasn't done any trading yet? Let's consider the Lynch can't find Any team willing to pay the price to skip forward in the draft to make a deal with the Niners. That would leave the guys with 7 draft picks, including no selections from the end of the first round through early in the 5th. It just really doesn't even sound right, does it? It would not be ideal for the Niners to have only 2 draft picks within the first 155 selections of the draft, especially as good as they are at picking out them gems. For you know the 49ers want some of this action. But it's entirely possible. Here's a few possibilities if we do have to stay put. I can't imagine that. They're probably sweating it out right now to call everybody. We got to find somebody. Come on. Number 13 for the first round pick, unless somebody's kidding. Raiders, what are they going to do? Is it a revenge for them to go ahead and take Ruggs because they know the 49ers probably do want Ruggs? Or are the 49ers sending smoke because you're right and they do want Judy? It could be. I'm man enough to admit to that. I want Ruggs. I'm thinking the 49ers will probably benefit more from it, but that don't mean it's the right thing. It's just my own opinion. It could have been Judy this whole time. Or Lamb. Niners had a top 5 offense in the league last season. A strong case can be made that the Niners had nowhere near the top 5 talent playmakers welcome Henry Ruggs to the Bay Area for that reason. Ruggs took a backseat to Jerry Jeudy at Alabama, but his physical talent is off the charts. Remember, a lot of people think, and they rank the guys at Bama, but they all had a function. I don't know that one is so much better. The Bama crew wide receivers was more like the Justice League or the Fantastic Four, the X-Men. They were all valuable in their own right to make that machine work. This is why I want Ruggs in the 49ers system, because I don't care where he ranks in the pecking order as far as individual skills by any public opinion. I want this guy for a function. I'm thinking the 49ers are thinking the same way. So that's what happened to Bama as well. With it being assumed by just about everyone that Marquise Goodwin is on his way out the door, the 49ers replace his dynamic speed and add an element of toughness and playmaking ability as well. Ruggs' best football is ahead of him. The dude is extremely athletic, strong and aggressive. He's 5'11", but all you have to do, have you seen him play basketball? That dude's got some stupid hops. And ball control, his coordination. You get the feeling if Ruggs wanted to, he could have applied himself as far as an NBA player. He might have made it. That thing he went up in the air between the legs and up and into the rim, this dude's a 6'5", can't do that. So if Saban wanted to make him a number 1, he probably could have. But as it worked out, Saban says, I got Judy, who runs greatest routes on this team. Henry can destroy a defense just by walking on the field. I'm going to clear that middle out, let Judy tear people apart along with that other number 1 receiver they've got. And it worked to a charm. Alabama, national champion. There are a lot of talented wide receivers in this draft, but Ruggs is the most electric, and it ain't even close. Number 31, Cleveland, Boise State. Lynch said he has heard nothing that leads him to believe Joe Staley will not be back in 2020, but there has been nothing definitive from Staley. And Lynch is quoted as saying, I think people can look and say, well, if not this year and the near future, you're going to have to address, and so does that enter the picture, unquote. Cleveland is a near-perfect fit for the 49ers scheme. If he's there and the 49ers make this pick, he is the man for the job. Athleticism, he's got a lot of things going for him that makes him fit into Kyle Shanahan. The 49ers know what they want in offensive linemen. They're going to go out and get those. They have been going out and getting them since they, cleaned house a couple of years ago. Number 156 could be quarterback Michael Ojemudia from Iowa. Okay, so from here, everything is pretty much a shot in the dark. It's late in the draft, but the 49ers have done a good job at these late-round picks, as you know. 49ers have experienced incredible success with players from Iowa as well. 5th round, Merton Hanks, 1991. And in 2017, the perennial one, He's become that way because of the last 2 years. George Kittle, Iowa State. And he was an accident. Remember, they found him because they were looking at C.J. Beathard. Who's that kid he's throwing to? That's George Kittle. Thanks. Boom. Picked him up in the 5th round. The rest, as they say, is history. And Olamudia fits the profile of a player in the Robert Saleh scheme who has a chance to develop into a starter while making his mark, earning his career on special teams. And luxury here is him learning from Richard Sherman as a bonus, a really huge bonus, actually. Number 176, of course, you got to go ahead and give a shot for that defensive tackle. We've got guys that are probably going to be fine in that spot, though. I don't know. They're probably not going to be. We got to come to grips with the fact that he's not going to be DeForest Buckner. But if you can get just something close, and by the committee, can they get the work done? Malcolm Roach of Texas. 49ers do not need another DeForest Buckner. But every team could use another DeForest Buckner. But then he took ours, of course. But if for no other reason, the 49ers could use another interior defensive lineman on the 3rd day of the draft, just for population's sake, if nothing else. We need the best competition we can get to compete and throw out the weak link. That's just all it comes down to. The more guys we can get in there and look at, the more chance we got to find out who can help us going forward, right? Niners have shown interest in Malcolm Roach, who has the versatility to play a lot of different spots along the line. Anyway, number 210, 6th round, tight end fullback, Josiah DeGuara from Cincinnati. Josiah is a great athlete. He was a basketball player at Folsom High on the same team as St. Mary's star Jordan Ford, the most dynamic player in college basketball last season. DeGuara's versatility is a huge bonus for the 49ers. DeGuara can play special teams, of course, but he can also serve as a backup to George Kittle or give Shanahan plenty of options in a 2-TE set. And if the 49ers need someone in place of fullback Kyle Juszczyk, DeGuara can fill that role as well. So you bring these guys in here, and you just look at them like, special teams, we coach him up, train him, and see what we got here. All of a sudden he emerges looking like, we got another Manuel Mosley situation going here? That kid's not going to be. Hey, let's go ahead and put him in rotation this week and see what he looks like. Star is born, right? Number 217, defensive back, Madre Harper, Southern Illinois. Madre comes with some baggage after being kicked off the team at Oklahoma State, but he turned it around during his time in Southern Illinois. He built his draft stock to a degree and is worth the gamble at this stage in the draft. He can just tell him good night if he can't act right right now. Harper has all the measurables to excel as a 49er scheme at cornerback. If that doesn't work out, he can easily transition to safety. He's got that kind of versatility. And number 245, 7th round, OGC, Darrell Williams, Mississippi State. On day 3 of the NFL draft, the 49ers will look for an interior offensive line to develop. Of course, it's highly likely that another team will grab Darrell Williams. He probably does have that much talent, but before this point in the draft, that's probably going to be the case. But the 49ers will have their radar on overdrive for a player who has center guard versatility and see if we can find the talent there. And the 49ers, the guys have been working overtime they've been known for a long time, well, since they got Emmanuel Sanders, to pick up the pace on really taking a look and turn over every rock that you can before draft night in case we cannot unload one of those picks. Because basically they probably want to use 13. This is just me speculating. They really do. They want that wide receiver. I don't know if it's wide receiver now or are they going... It's hard to figure this one out. It's fun being this confused before draft night because that way comes as a huge surprise, like it did with McGlinchey. Woo, man, this is exciting stuff. Hey, Russo, it's my B-Day. Give your boy a shout out. Josh Wood says, it's my birthday, kid. Everybody's birthday today, huh? Should I do these two? I thought I had another one here. HBD song on our dude. It's for Russo. Mr. Black Ice, I'm gonna do that. Should I do them separately just to put you through more just pain? I can't disrespect him. I got to do it separate. Happy night before the draft, birthday, 49er style. Russo, happy 49ers birthday. Russo, happy Niners birthday, Russo. Hey, Russo, is Russo part? Who's that told me that? Is Russo the chief bottle washer of the Finley Club? The Philly Draft Club? Is that you, Russo? I think that Dre told me. Who was that told me about that? Anyway, Josh won. Happy Niners birthday before the draft time to Josh one. Happy birthday to Josh one. Happy Niners birthday to Josh. I can't believe you guys asked me to do that, but that's tormenting. Mr. Black Eye says, hey, give you a great Ronbo fan from Akron, Ohio. Mr. Black Eyes, what's up? Mr. Black Eyes, and my Rick Price, the great 49 HB Day song, and our dude, Mr. Russo's B-Day is today. To what love, the winning continues. Yes! Carlos Rodriguez. Hey, Carlos, don't mock for me this year. You know, next year I hope we have all our picks. I don't know what to do with this kind of a draft. I would have been trading down with 31, but with who? I couldn't figure it out. I got stuck. I was like sitting in a toilet bowl waiting to be flushed halfway down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to use that analogy, right? But no Marie College. Frank Johansson. This draft's deep on DL and OL. Some good talent. I likes us getting an OL with 31st pick. Yeah, you know, this is going to be interesting. Well, I can't stand this, man. It's gonna... Wow. 5 p.m. tomorrow. We gonna know. Hey, let me put on my ears and go get Chill Pill Phil. Phil.
Hey, Ronbo.
Phil. I tell you, I've just never seen the 49ers expose themselves like this, Phil. Either they're going for Judy like you want, and they're trying to set the Raiders up to please take Ruggs. I don't get this.
Here's my thing. I think, whatever wide receiver falls in our lap, and I heard a report that there's 6 players the Niners will
5 to
take
6.
at number 13.
Yep.
Yeah. So, whatever it is, who's ever best on the board, they're going to take.
Of that 5 or 6,
and
that's true.
I really don't see a lot of trades going on like people think there will be. Because I don't think there's a lot of teams that want to move up in this draft that's really deep. So you can get players all the way through the first, second round that are pretty good. So I don't see a lot of people trying to trade up.
I thought it was just me.
Give up picks.
I looked around. I didn't see anything. Not one deal.
So, but one thing I do see is I see, I saw a couple of mocks where they had Isaiah Simmons dropping back to where he would be available when the Niners pick. And I'm thinking to myself, here's a kid that's 240 pounds, runs a 4.340, is quick as hell, can play.
Who?
Isaiah Simmons out of Clemson.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. He's probably one of the 5 or 6. You're right. How you gonna pass on
They said
Simmons?
he was slipping.
He's what?
So because they're worried about where they're going to put him, but I'd say strong safety. You could put him in there and play him at strong safety, and Darcy start and he would take the tight ends. He would stuff the run because you've got 4 linebackers basically up there in the box.
And he's got that kind of speed
he would
and quickness.
Be a freak of nature that would just dominate.
Phil, think of Derwin James.
And
Derwin James on speed.
The game.
Yeah. Put him anywhere you want to.
And he's bigger than Derwin James.
Yes.
That's the thing. He's bigger
and faster.
And he
if
could run
anybody can
down
imagine
people
that.
like Lamar Jackson. So I'm thinking if he's available, I might pull the trigger on him.
You get my vote.
But
I ain't gonna be mad at that.
So there's so many things that can happen in this draft, but I don't see us trading down at 13. I really don't. I think 31 though has a legitimate chance of getting traded back because
if anybody's interested,
you've got that 5th-year option for first-round picks, and that's really valuable to some teams when they're trying to move up to get a player.
That's true.
So you look at Lamar Jackson just a couple of years ago that, the Ravens moved up and got him in the first round, got the 5th-year option, and they've got themselves a franchise quarterback. So I think a lot of teams might be able to trade up for that pick. And I'm thinking maybe Indy, because they need a backup quarterback. They got Phillip Rivers and just Brissett is injured. Mm-hmm. And, they could get like a 4th-round pick, middle 4th-round pick, plus their 34th pick, which is, 3 spots back. Mm. I could see that trade, and then we'd be fine. We can pick up a wide receiver, a corner and an offensive lineman in the draft, and then be done with it.
Who trades before? Who's before the Raiders?
The Jets. I see the Jets picking an offensive lineman. They got to get a tackle. They just got to get a tackle. And they're not going to pass up on them.
They'd be silly to get a wide receiver.
I can't see them getting a wide receiver when they have no tackles to protect their franchise quarterback.
The Raiders need secondary help like a heart. Everybody's thinking they're going to take wide receivers. So, it's very interesting.
They may take C.J. Henderson and then take a wide receiver at 19. So there may be 3 wide receivers sitting there when we pick. But
can you imagine?
But then they could be all gone. You never know. This
I know.
It's really weird.
Because somebody's going to trade up at the last minute, Phil. Somebody's going to do it.
I want to round off some numbers to you.
All right.
Okay. So I went back and looked at all the 40-yard dash of the top receivers in football right now. I had Antonio Brown. All right, so Jerry Jeudy ran a 4.45. Mm-hmm. All right?
Right.
And I'm trying to justify my Jerry Jeudy pick, but Antonio Brown ran a 4.47. Odell ran a 4.43. Diggs ran a 4.46. Hopkins ran a 4.57. Julio Jones ran a 4.39. And Cooper ran a 4.45. And Mike Evans ran a 4.53. You know how many Hall of Fame wide receivers ran a 4.3 or lower there are in the Hall of Fame?
How many?
1. Randy Moss. That's it.
Randy Moss ran. What did Randy run? Did he run a 4.3?
4.27.
Wait, Moss ran a 4.2? I don't even remember him running. No wonder he was unstoppable.
And he's 6'3", 6'4".
And he did make it. And he did make it look. And his wingspan made him. He did make it look easy though when he's beating people.
Yes. But he's in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame wide receiver.
Yeah, and there's only going to be one.
But there's not too many of these barn burners that actually make it. to the
One
Hall
Hall
of
of
Fame.
Famer per century like Randy. Yeah. So.
So, I mean, don't get caught
Oh.
up in speed so much.
No,
It is nice to have,
it's Phil, as I've
but
explained on
if
too many
speed was
occasions,
so important,
it's
Marquise
not
would be a Hall of Famer.
true, but it's not about that with this system. You gotta have that speed guy. If we get rid of Marquise, maybe that
But
other guy that's quick,
I
but
think
that's what it
Judy
comes
can
down
get
to
you
with me.
over the top too at a 4.45. I mean,
Yeah,
Odell could do it. I mean,
yeah, well, that's true. Well, yeah, you could be right. We're gonna see what happens tomorrow. But Phil, we're out of time. We gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow after the
but
draft.
anyway, I don't see us taking the defensive lineman. I think it's corner
Right.
or wide receiver. And if Simmons slides,
Then we give that.
I would
All right.
take that guy because he would be so dynamic.
Yes, indeed. Agreed.
So
Phil,
dynamic.
we're gonna go. We're gonna go.
All right,
We're gonna go
Ronbo.
too long. Okay.
Take care.
See you tomorrow, Phil.
We'll talk tomorrow.
All right. Bye, Phil.
Later. Bye.
916. Come on.
Yo, what's up, Rambo?
Hey, it's like night before the good times roll. Ain't been no trade ups. Ain't been no trade downs. So we may be stuck with first round, fifth, sixth, seventh. What is your name, by the way?
My name is Everest.
Everest. Hey, Everest. Everest, what are you thinking about this situation so far?
Hey, are you going to be going live a little bit before the draft tomorrow?
During the draft. After the draft, yeah.
Okay, because, I'll be working, so I might have to listen to you during
yeah.
when it's going on.
I'll
But
keep you informed.
So, the 13th pick, I'd be excited if we got any of the receivers. I mean, obviously, I think my favorite one is, if I had to rank them in order, I'd probably go Judy, Ruggs, and then Lamb. But I would see why we would pick Ruggs over Judy, because it was like you were saying yesterday, we already got Debo, so we don't need Judy. We need someone that's going to, blow the top off.
Yep. That's
and
my thinking.
also, if we, I wouldn't be mad if we take an offensive lineman there either, just because Staley's going to be, if he don't leave, he's going to be exiting pretty soon.
I mean, 2 years max.
Yeah, max. So, and then the 31 pick, it's whatever. I mean, I'm so sold on our GM and our coach that whatever they do, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be the right move.
Has been. I mean, they've done well. I mean, Jay called in yesterday and said, man, y'all overrating what they've been doing. Is right. But Jay, I know you rolled down the road of that truck. Jay, they got to the Super Bowl with that group. So
we got a Super Bowl roster, so it's not like we need to make a whole bunch of moves to make things happen. You know what I mean? We got a Super Bowl roster. Yeah. I mean, me personally, I'm not the biggest Jimmy G fan. I'm not even going to lie to you right now.
Oh, he's got a lot of enemies.
Step his damn game up.
Yeah, he messed.
Yeah,
he pissed off a lot of people.
I'm not his enemy, but I just think he needs to. He definitely needs to show an improvement this year. Last year he was coming off the injury, so he ain't going to be 100%, especially after what he went through.
And
just
also,
like Sherman, he didn't play that good after 100%
after his injury. And also keep in mind, if the wide receiver, if he had two Emmanuel Sanders, and at the end he started coming on, but Kyle Shanahan, everybody thought he didn't trust Jimmy. It was his receivers as much, because it took them a while to get right. When you see a lot of mistakes you've seen made, it looked like it was Jimmy. It was the receiver as well. So now they've had a year with Shanahan. They got that complicated stuff figured out. They should be smoother. They should be faster. They should be more accurate. They should be able to execute. You're going to see a different story this year. But I really wish they could get out there and get some time in, though. I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah. I mean, our offense, we put up points. So, I mean, just adding a receiver or something
Mostly
like that.
Mostly running, though.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. I mean, I like that. I think he played for Clemson, that running back Etienne. I'm just wondering where he's going to go. I really like him.
Clemson running back. Because there's been a couple of running backs that everybody's talking about. But they'll probably go kind of.
Because I know you was talking about it yesterday with the whole running back stuff, but I didn't get a chance to get in. But I like Jeff Wilson Jr. I mean,
I know.
I like Breida. But to me, he's had a shot. And every time Jeff Wilson touches the ball, he's in the damn end zone.
Right? He
I
makes
just think
things
he needs
happen.
more opportunity.
Ah.
Yeah, like they put him in, and he's like, "Look, I did what you asked. I got the touchdown. Give me some more reps." I've seen what I've seen from Breida. He could be a little bit better, but I don't think there's going to be too much more of an improvement out of him. And even if they let TC go and Breida, I'd be nice. I'd be cool with them just keeping Wilson and drafting a running back later on. I'd be cool with that.
And they could, because Wilson's already. It's going to be tough for anybody running back to come in and take any of those guys out. I can't imagine unless he's just really just kick butt bad, because we don't have any bad running backs on this team. So if you come in, they've already got experience on you and time with Shanahan. They know how to work with the offensive line. It's going to be hard for you to keep up with him. Even if he's better than one of the guys that are currently on the squad. Is that a disadvantage?
A guy that's all around could definitely come in and make it happen. Because Mostert, he's a fucking beast, but I don't think he's got hands like Kyle Shanahan wants.
And Shanahan doesn't want to use him for that. Shanahan's going to use Mostert. His role is established. Mostert is that dude that's going to go get you 7 to 8 yards on every carry. The dude is phenomenal when it comes to finding holes. And Mostert gets in that hole. No dancing. There's no clowning around. He is gone. He is amazing with that. So that's going to be his role.
He's got
Jerick
vision.
McKinnon.
He's got vision.
Yeah, he's got Jerick McKinnon and TC if he keeps him to come out of the backfield making catches. We got plenty of guys for that. But the pure, natural running back, amazing. But anyway.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right, fam. Hey, Everest, nice to meet you, fam. Let's see you tomorrow if you get a chance.
Like I said, I'll probably be working. That's why I'm really hoping that you getting I'm hoping that you start a little bit before the draft, and get things going, because I'll be listening. But
I'm telling you what, I'm gonna be doing it. I'm telling you, you'll know at 13 what we got, because if it's Henry Ruggs, I'm gonna have to be sedated, and we'll go ahead and hang out for the rest of the draft just to let you know what's going on. All right.
So if all three of those receivers are there and they don't take Ruggs, are you going to be disappointed?
No. All of them got talent. I just think Ruggs will open up that offense in such a way. All those times we used to see guys running open, wild, we didn't see it as much last year. You know why? It was Goodwin's presence. He opened up the field for Kyle to do his number on teams. George Kittle, biggest year he had. Keith was on the field a lot of that time. Second part of the season, not so much. But it was already done, and he kept coming back and forth. You got to have that burner in Kyle Shanahan's system. That's what is the spark plug. Maybe there's another one, too, in the draft, but we got to get one. But anyway, Everest, that's my opinion on that. I'm going to see you tomorrow then, fam. We'll be on after, too. All right? All right. Hey, Dollar Bill, Will.
Ronbo, what up?
Yeah, tell you, fam, I'm bracing myself for ain't nobody gonna trade with the 49ers. Everybody said, why am I gonna help the 49ers get better? I ain't trading nothing. You know how it is? We're gonna get picked on now. Last year they thought, man, the Niners ain't nobody. We'll trade them the 4th and 5th round. So, I hope people ain't got an attitude about our team. You know what I'm saying? But Will, what are you thinking?
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking we're gonna keep those 2 first-round picks. We signed most of our players back on the team with 1-year deals and 2-year deals and whatnot. So John and Kyle did what they said they were gonna do, try to bring everybody back so we can run this back. So I really think that they may just use what they have. I mean, I don't know, but I think that they may use what they have because of the players we brought back. It's just the main issues that we just need to address just for replacements for the future, like defensive tackle, corner, and wide receiver. Here's my 2 scenarios. If the 49ers get a wide receiver at 13, we need to go ahead and get a corner at 31. If we get a DT at 13,
we need to go ahead and get a wide receiver at 31. Those are my two scenarios because those are the issues that we need to address. Sherman is not going to be here long enough. He may have 1 year or 2 years left with us if they resign him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mosley is he put his stamp on himself. He's certified. He's solid. So he's gonna get a spot. I don't think Spoon is gonna push Mosley out the way. I think Mosley is on top of Spoon right now. He ain't getting that spot back.
I agree.
And so we need to get a corner for the future when Sherman leaves, and it'll be Mosley in that corner. And defensive tackle, man, like I said, if we get defensive tackle at 13, I hope it's Kinlaw because I believe he has the talent to mesh in good with D Ford, Bosa, and Armstead. And I mean that's what I believe. If we get Ruggs, I won't have a problem with it. The dude is fast. He can stretch the safeties to where we can open things up underneath. Or
And
we
does not miss the ball. One drop.
Right.
One drop. And he had a number of passes. You get a guy out there with them kind of hands and that kind of speed, Lord have mercy. Oh, my goodness, we got something now. Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, we do get a wide receiver, I won't be upset. I mean, I'll be happy, man. I mean, I trust Kyle and John. We do need a receiver. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the 49ers don't need one. I mean, we need one. Because we got certain players on here that's not getting it done, like Pettis, Goodwin. We don't know how Trent gonna pan out with the 5-foot surgeries. I'm hopeful that Hurd is ready to go. When the season starts. So yeah, I'm not saying we don't need one. We do need one. I mean, regardless. But I think we just need to go ahead and kill two birds with one stone. You get you a DT and then get you a wide receiver in the first round. And that replace that, or if like I said again, we get a wide receiver at 13, go ahead and get a corner. So I'm telling you, man, I don't want us getting exposed to secondary, man. We played too damn good last year to be slipping this year. We got to keep the secondary intact. We got a new defense or DB coach, Tony Oldham, the man that played, that coached last year. Miami secondary led the league in interceptions last year.
But it's all about that front line defense. If they keep that quarterback scared to death, that's where the mistakes are going to happen. If they proved it last year. You got to have that front line defense, and as long as they got that, secondary will probably be fine.
All right. Now, this one thing I want to address. I don't know if many of us fans seen it, but I'm just saying I could be wrong. But Adam Schefter did report that Jerry Jeudy has a lingering knee issue. I don't know if it's
really?
Still. Yeah, I don't know if it's still.
Nobody's ever talked about his medical history.
Yeah. It said something about Schefter was talking to someone out of Philadelphia or something like that. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on here, but I'm just saying this is what I saw on Niner Nation that they say that Jerry Jeudy has a lingering knee issue. And you know how Jeudy likes to operate when he catches football. He likes to do a lot of jukes and like that. So if we do get Jeudy, we need to make sure that his knee is intact because we don't want him to be a injury casualty.
Or checks right into the hospital as soon as he gets his contract. So many players do that. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'm about to get out Ronbo because I know y'all other callers. This is just something I'm just tired of hearing. I'm so tired of hearing of this damn D4 crap. Leave this man alone. This man is not going any damn way. This man pulled a hamstring. Look, D4 doesn't wake up in the morning and tells himself, I'm going to pull a hamstring. Man, this is stuff that just happens, man. It's just part of life. God, the good Lord put things on you to test your strength in your battles in life. This man didn't know he was going to pull a hamstring in the middle of the season. But it doesn't take away from him that he got great talent, man. The dude ain't going nowhere. When this dude is on the field, the 49ers get a lot of sacks on every game. When he's in the game, they get sacks. So he should be fine by now. It's nothing but the hamstring. We
He
don't
is.
know how
He
long
is.
this is going to be because of the virus and all this crap. Man, this man is fine, bro.
I just
leave
want
my dude alone. Because this is the dude I've been wanting to win.
If he gives me 13 games, the last 13, I'll be delighted. All right. Well, we got to roll.
Man,
Let me tell you what. Let me see you tomorrow. We got it. We got it. We got to go, though.
All right, Ronbo. All right, man. Shout out to Ronbo, man. Shout out to my TNT fan, my player partner, Trey, Big Show. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, man. Tampa Bay, Florida, man. Super Bowl 55, San Francisco 49ers versus to be announced. All right, man.
Thanks, Will. Good night, fam. Oh, God. You know, I'm not in that camp that hates D. I just hope he doesn't do that same thing next year. Because the hamstring, it just refused to heal. I'm already paranoid. First day of practice, ow! I'm a coach. As soon as he say, ow! D, please don't tell me this is what I think. Ah! It takes D 2 to 3 months to heal from a hamstring pull. Maybe we can talk about his tendonitis. See, that's what scares me. Because Will's right. The dude is amazing when he's feeling good. Ain't too many guys better. What's that fool's name? Just over with the Seahawks? Somebody said it. It's true. Clowney ain't better than D Ford. Hey, Lee, come on in, man. Yo, Lee. Yo, Lee.
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
Lee.
Just my Bluetooth on.
I thought you were making a kiwi salad or something. Nobody makes a salad with kiwi, just to eat them babies whole. Actually, Lee, I like taking another thing. I like kiwi so much, I just wash them off and eat them hair and all. I love that stuff. Hey, Lee.
You eat kiwis, Ronbo.
Are you serious, man? That's one of my favorite things. I put them in my smoothies. They got a little tang to it and a sweetness, and there's so much acidity.
Oh, you mean the kiwi fruit? I thought you meant the kiwi, the actual bird, the endangered species. I was like, huh?
Come on, Lee, how'd you do that, man? Of course not. I don't eat. You said it's a little bird, right? I can't.
Yeah, because like
how much? He's not that big. What do you make, a half a sandwich?
Yeah, they have.
Hey, Lee, Lee, I got you. You know what? Let's. I'm gonna run down through your real quick, and you can comment on it let me finish. Lee, this is trade 13th pick and next year's third round pick for the Buccaneers for 14, 76, and 161. And trade 31st pick to the Jets for 48 and 68. And trade 161, 191 for 147. And UDFA Reggie Corbin, running back Illinois. Parnell Motley, cornerback Oklahoma. Let me go down. I'm going to go down through real quick for time's sake, and Lee can elaborate on that. At 14, C.D. Lamb. He's been talking about the C.D. Lamb the whole time. 48, Lloyd Cushenberry, center guard, LSU. Number 68, Jordan Elliott, D.T. Missouri. Number 76, Kyle Duggar, defensive back. Is that his senior? Is that right?
Yeah, he's from the Division II school.
Huh? Okay.
It's actually Leno Ryan. Yeah.
All right. Number 147, that's Amik Robinson, cornerback, Louisiana Tech. And number 156, Antonio Gibson, running back, wide receiver. Oh, you know, Lee. Kyle would love this kind of player. Good shot, actually. Brilliant. He could be seriously on wide receiver out of Memphis. 210, it's John Runyon, guard, tackle, Michigan. At 217, Derek Tuska. That's my dude, man. Defensive end, North Dakota. And at 245, Reggie Corbin, running back, Illinois. Lee, an elaboration you could do in about 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, I just went with that draft, Ronbo, because I wanted to hit the biggest needs with the first 3 picks. So I went C.D. Lamb, and then I took Jordan Elliott was the 3rd pick. And who was the 2nd pick, Ronbo? Was it Winfield?
Your 2nd pick is Lloyd and Cushberry.
Oh, Lloyd Cushenberry, yeah, in that draft. Yeah, I went Cushenberry. So I got someone for the O-line. I went Elliott for the third pick from Missouri. So we got a defensive tackle, and I went wide receiver with CeeDee Lamb first. I just wanted to fill out needs. So, I got the defensive tackle.
You picked out
I got
Jordan.
the wide receiver.
Tell me about Jordan Elliott, though.
Who's that?
Jordan Elliott.
Well, Jordan Elliott's a good pick, Ronbo, because he could play the 3-tech, and that's what we're going to miss most of all without Defo.
Yeah, true.
And
all right.
That's why I don't want to get Kinlaw at 13, because we can get Elliott towards the end of the second, maybe early third if we're lucky, or you could get, and have guys like Blacklock, Matabuke. There's some real quality defensive tackles in the second, so I'd rather get our number one receiver, with that 13th pick, shore that position up, and then get the DT next. So that's why I got Elliott, because he'll fall a little bit later than the first round he should do. He's getting a lot of hype now, though, because people are seeing his video, and they know that he can play the 3-tech or the 5-tech because he's got good size.
Yes.
You can move him all over the line and the middle.
All right.
So, I win him. I just wanted to shore up all our needs, Ronbo, and get quality players. With the draft, I want to get Gibson too in the later rounds, because he's a triple threat. He's a bit like that guy at Bowden. You could use him in so many ways. So if you give players like a Bowden or Antonio Gibson, Carl's going to be able to do so much with him in the scheme. Gibson can play running back, receiver, kick returner. If you think about that, we need a guy to return kicks. Yeah, people aren't happy with Richie James kick returns and punt returns, and then you got people aren't happy with. They say we need a big bruising back with speed. We got Jeffrey Wilson, but he's not really.
He's not a big
above the
bad
top guys we got.
He plays tough though. I mean, he plays like a bigger man than he is. Actually, he knocks guys back. You've seen him knock defensive linemen back. But then again, if you got a naturally big guy, it's going to be a little easier for him. So yeah, I see your point.
Yeah, and you get a bigger guy like Gibson, and not only does he have good size, power, and he's got agility, but he's got 4.3 speed, and he's got great hands. So not only does he take away Richie James, he takes away a McKinnon from your offense, He can replace three guys. He can replace Wilson, he can replace McKinnon, and he can replace Richie James.
Gibson runs a 4.3?
Yeah, he ran a 4.3, Ronbo, and I was telling people at the combine, you watch when he gets in, he runs a 4.3, because on his tape, he's just pulling away from players.
I gotta look at more film. All right, you got my attention with that for sure. All of them are good picks. I can see that, except these guys. If we could, Lee, you know what scared me? These guys aren't going to be available to us. Why is nobody even talking to the 49ers about a trade? I mean, are the 49ers
well,
talking
that's why
to people?
We've got to trade that. Yeah, remember John came out yesterday and said he's willing to trade both picks, and I think if we look at the draft tomorrow, Ronbo, they're going to have their favorite wide receiver at 13, and if he's not there, they'll look to trade out of that position. They're not going to force themselves to reach for a guy that they can get a guy later.
Yeah, they have 5 or 6 positions they'll take at 13, but if they don't see those, or if they're gone, the 49ers are gone. So, I guess maybe they made a deal,
so
and whomever they made that deal with, that's what they told them.
Yeah.
Probably. So they had them stand by. All right.
Yeah, and like people are thinking about the trade, Ronbo, but how the drafts work, Ronbo. Everyone did a draft last year. I think you hit on both your first 2 picks, Ronbo. I went back and looked at it a while ago. You got a Bosa and AJ Brown. They both turned out to be studs. And the guys in the front office have been calling teams and looking for trades. So if they have to move back tomorrow and we don't get that receiver we want, they've got a team they can trade with.
All right. All right, Lee. Good stuff. Well, we got to go.
Ronbo, thanks. Shout out.
Good.
Thanks. Shout out to you and your team. Shout out to the Empire. And good luck, everyone. Hope we kill the draft tomorrow.
There you go. All right, Lee. See you tomorrow.
Yo, my phone got cut off, man.
And on purpose, Jack. Nah, Jack, I don't know how your phone got cut off. Jack, okay, come on in, man. How you doing today?
Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? We got 24 hours, baby.
Not that many.
Oh, my God. Listen, man. There's word around that the 49ers are in talks with all the teams in the top 10 if Tua falls. With the 13th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Tua.
Oh, Jack.
Don't say it.
No.
Tagovailoa.
For what?
Tagovailoa. Now,
For
what?
Please explain.
I was watching The Last Dance. With MJ, Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, and all this stuff. And I was telling myself, Larry Bird had this awesome team, great coaches, 4 Hall of Famers on there, and one man in the playoffs by himself, made them look stupid. Now, we got to go up against the Kansas City Chiefs. We got to go up against Patrick Mahomes, who is a Jordan in himself in the making. This guy's a bad. How do you fight fire with fire? You get somebody as good as him, maybe even better. You throw all your chips on the table. And you tell, you know what? You put a little pressure under our own QB, and you say, you know what? Win the Super Bowl. Don't win it. You know what? You're trade bait for next year, first-round pick, high pick, and then we got this kid that's going to come in and take over the game with Kyle Shanahan. I mean, just imagine him in a 49er uniform, okay? You don't need these defensive tackles, Ken Law. You don't need that wide receiver because this guy is going to put it on him like Drew Brees, what's his name in Seattle, man? I'm so damn excited.
Russell Wilson.
And, the most excited, Russell Wilson, we're going to be that division with all these mobile quarterbacks. I'm telling you, Tua is coming to San Fran, baby. So get ready for tomorrow. Everybody's going to be shocked.
You're right. I'll be sitting there butt naked because all my clothes and hat and everything will fall right off my body onto the floor. Jack, listen, if this does happen, though, first thing I'm going to do after I get through getting mad, Jack called it yesterday. I said he was out of his mind. Are you kidding me? You guys picked Tua? Oh! I'd be upset.
This is what you do. You set them up just like the Patriots when they got Garoppolo, when they did this. This is what you do. You put pressure under Jimmy G. You let him say, win the Super Bowl. You ain't going to win it. Let this guy relax. We're still going to make it to the championship, maybe Super Bowl this year, even without getting a Ken Law, without getting a corner. But we got a squad, baby. You know what I'm saying? And these guys, even the wide receiver corps, are just getting better because of what they learned from Emmanuel Sanders and everything like that. And, there's going to be a few surprise trades or whatever like that. But can you imagine this guy sitting for 1 year learning under Kyle Shanahan and Jimmy G, and then coming in,
he's left-handed.
Basically you just stole what Kansas City did with Alex Smith and Mahomes. So I'm really excited about that.
It sounds like
please, no more punters this year. No more punters or some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, 24 hours is going down. I'm extremely excited, and just be ready for extreme shock wave. You know what I'm saying? Even if you give the next year's first-round pick, if Tua's healthy and we got him, man, believe me, nothing can stop us. And finally, my boy Dollar Bill Will, Jerry Jeudy, I know you're saying he has lingering knees and this and that from the reports and stuff. Well, you know what? So did Frank Gore. And look how he turned out, okay? So all this late stuff coming in, blemishes coming in and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Don't listen to all of that, man. He's a playmaker, and it's going to be fantastic, all right? Stay tuned because tomorrow, and wrapping this shit up, everybody, I just want to tell you guys this really quick because I was in the hospital, and if you guys know anybody with diabetes, high blood pressure, or you got somebody with heart problems or something like that, look up Dr. Jason Fung on YouTube, how to reverse diabetes, heart problem. All you got to do is fast. That's it. Fast, baby. Intermediate fasting, or you can water fast for 24 hours. You're going to reverse everything, and you're going to beat this. Don't let coronavirus beat you. Beat it. And tell everybody, including your family, baby, it's going down in 24 hours, baby. Tua's coming to town. Let's go.
All right, Jack. Good. Awesome stuff. I love when you do that. That's amazing.
What did he say? What did he say?
Jack, we got it. He was telling you about Judy's knee. He says, don't believe everything you hear about. Yeah. No, he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything else.
I thought he'd fuck his ass up.
Because okay, guys. All right. I will talk to you later. Jack was good, though. At least he didn't say you know who. Leave Dre alone, please, Jack. Okay, good. Thanks, Jack, for not mentioning Dre. And you said something about what Will said, but it wasn't derogatory. Anyway, Devin, come on in, Devin.
Ronbo, how's it going?
Devin, it's going okay, man. I'm wondering. I thought somebody would be doing a trade down or up or something, left or right or some way, but I don't see any trades going on. And we know that the 49ers have 5 or 6 guys that they'll accept with that 13th pick. But beyond that, if those 5 or 6 guys are gone, but what are the odds of that happening, right? But if those 5 or 6 guys are gone, the 49ers are bailing with that 13th pick. But in the event that they can't trade down, Devin, what do you think is going to happen with that? I mean, what would you expect to do? Will the 49ers be okay with those picks?
I think they like the guys that are there at those picks. I felt kind of bad he got on Judy again.
Devin, I missed that. Say it again.
I felt kind of bad you got on Judy again. You said Shanahan's system needs that speed guy. I agree. I think every offense in the league needs that speed receiver. But the thing about it is Judy and Deebo Samuel can both be that speed guy. There's not a lot of corners in the league that can keep up with them. If they get pressed, they're running by somebody. But our offense opened up last year when Emmanuel Sanders came in. Because before that, the receivers were dropping balls. They weren't getting open. Garoppolo was struggling. And then Sanders came in and everything opened up. Everything changed. I like Judy because he can go inside, outside. He can be just like Sanders. He's got sure hands, good route runner, and he allows that versatility for Shanahan.
No, it's true. He can definitely play. I've got no problem with his skills. So if he came, I ain't gonna be mad. He's not my first choice, but I ain't gonna be mad. I see because I
like Ruggs, right?
I need that intimidating factor. See, because with Judy, DBs will challenge him. The safety's not gonna be pushed out of his mind. But if Ruggs is sitting over there on the edge and I'm a safety, I know I can't keep up with him. I ain't even going to think about trying to keep up with him. All I know, stay on my toes, give him room, give myself room to make a play, try to keep him in front of me. See, with these other guys, I don't think I played DB. I'm going to go ahead and he going to have to beat me. But if Ruggs is standing there, my mind is racing 100 miles an hour. I'm looking to my left and I'm seeing where my free safety is if I'm playing close. I'm watching everywhere. He's got the radar on. It's like red light as soon as he steps on the field. That factor is what makes Shanahan's offense work. Now, when you're biting on that bullet, George, Deebo, wearing you out in the middle. Trent Taylor, one of the best slot route runners in the league. He was number 1 in the slant year before last. I got 3 guys who will kill you in the middle. I just need you to clear out that safety and get his corner out of here too. Now we can operate. See, that's my thing. Judy's right. You're right. He'll go out there and he'll go one-on-one or whatever the case may be, and he'll win that battle with his skill maybe 60% of the time. But they got DBs in the league now that can. This is not Alabama. They'll deal with him in the NFL. See, that's what I'm worried about.
My issue is, I mean, I would love if we got Ruggs or Lamb, any of those 3 receivers. I'd love if we got them. But with Ruggs, I know he opens up the offense. I know he sets up. But you can get a guy who runs not a 4.2, but a 4.3 in the 4th or 5th round. But the thing about it is, Jimmy doesn't throw deep at all. Like, I can remember maybe 5 or 6 really deep passes that Jimmy threw last year.
That's because
he likes to work over the middle of the field.
No, it's not. Devin, you got to realize, a lot of people think that. It's not about what Jimmy likes. It's about what Kyle tells him to do. Kyle will send a guy deep, but he sets it up. He went downfield a few times. He was successful pretty much every time except for 2 or 3, actually. When he went downfield to hit Sanders, he could have put it a little longer, but Jimmy needs more practice with doing that. His arm's not weak.
Yeah.
When he was at New England,
no, he doesn't have a weak arm.
Yeah, but
I just think he prefers to work over the middle of the field like Brady.
I think Shanahan likes to run that play though, because you're right. Because George goes out, it's a short out. Deebo slants. Trent Taylor, his bread and butter guy. When Marquise Goodwin and him were hooking up, short stuff. Yeah, they like to work. It's West Coast offense to the extreme, but you got to go downfield here and there to keep that defense honest.
I just think we need that guy, that dependable guy like Emmanuel Sanders was last year. Maybe Trent Taylor can come back and be that, but I don't know if I trust. I mean, I like Debo and Kendrick Bourne, but I don't know if I trust them as much to do that because they couldn't do it at the beginning of the year.
Can Judy actually come in and outdo those guys? He's got a lot of experience now. Bourne turned a corner last year. He is not the same Bourne as he was 2 years ago. Trent Taylor, I don't worry about him. He's very good. And last year they said he was the best thing in camp. So I wish I could have seen him.
Yeah.
With Debo's got specialties. He does things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a gadgety guy, though.
Yeah. He's
not. I mean, maybe he can become it, and I think he can later on in his career, but he's not the guy who you can depend on to get wide open from DBs on just any route and catch the ball every time in traffic. Debo gets the ball in a jet sweep and gets up that sideline.
And also, did you see how many times Debo won on them? Remember what he did in Baltimore and some other. Debo can beat you up. He's physical. I don't know what he's doing out there.
Yeah,
but he'll get it. Him and what's his name, Antoine Bolden, something in him, you know.
My guy Lee was highlighting my boy Jordan Elliott in his mock.
Oh yeah, we got to get into that too. We're gonna get that tomorrow because we may get him on our team. We got to go though, Devin. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Oh, and there's James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
James, I'm wondering what the mystery is with not hearing about no trade ups or down until Jack came in here and lost his mind and talk about at number 13, the 49ers select Tua Tagovailoa. What? No, we ain't thinking Tagovailoa. Yeah, but Tagovailoa. That's it. Yeah. Jack, what? Can you, James, if that happens, I tell you what, I got a whole bottle of Jack. I think I'll drink the whole thing straight up right here on the camera. But what are you thinking, James? Got no trades going on? What's going on here?
Well, I'll tell you one thing for sure. I think Jack must have consumed a very strong cocktail earlier to come up with that definition because I tell you just like this. First of all, he said about Frank Gore was one to have some knee injuries, I think he said, and was able to come back. You ever see Frank Gore's was like ACLs and stuff like that. Frank Gore didn't have a hip injury and then two ankle surgeries already. And now if you're a quarterback and you're running and you go to cut, you need your ankles. I mean, this kid has got some real question marks. I don't know how far he goes. I wish him a very fruitful career in the NFL. But when you start dealing with players, skilled players that got lower extremity injuries, that's not good. And Tua Tagovailoa, a hip, and then I think he's had surgery on both of his ankles, I think, as well.
Everything's been on his body's been operated on. So he plays that kind of brand of football, he's gonna get hurt again.
Well, you could see it in college on certain plays when defenses were able to confuse him. He held on to the ball a little too long. Now, the speed in college and the speed in the NFL is two different speeds. So, I mean, I think right now, I know they want to go after probably a receiver. They want to go after probably a D tackle, okay, because those are positions we need to address with such talented receivers being in this draft. But I also realize that, it would be a big gain to be able to at least trade one of those picks and get at least 2 picks back for it for this year and next year. Like a second, and maybe a fourth this year, and a first and a third and maybe a fifth next year for it. So that's also on the cusp too, because when you look at the possibility of the turnover ratio that's coming in 2021, going to be a lot of players to replace, man. That's first and foremost. Truth be told, I think one of the most, it's something, if you pay attention in between the lines, you'll see a lot more than you actually are seeing, because here's a prime example. That kid, Joe Walker, that came over from the Cardinals, the guy's a pretty good linebacker. Could possibly start, but they had Hassan Reddick. I think it's like 2 years they drafted high draft pick linebackers that just didn't pan out. And this guy, Walker, they couldn't pay him because of, I guess, financial reasons or whatever. But anyway, he comes to us, and then they wind up signing a bunch of free agent linebackers. Where do we have problems on the defense health-wise? I mean, injury-wise. It's Quan Alexander as well as D Ford. Now, I'm just looking at it like from a GM's point of view. You got to think about over 12 players next year that have got 1-year deals. We can't sign them all. So either you start planning now for the future, or you just say, well, we'll take the hit when it's time to take the hit. Or you start trying to, right now, do something about it while you got a chance with being in a very good position with 2 first-round draft picks. They could actually, who knows, they might flip both of them and acquire more picks and keep dealing. Keep dealing and keep dealing. I mean, we could see something that we never expected of them, but they got a game plan.
But it better not be
as
Tua.
far as no, I don't think so. But they also said, though, Ronbo, I heard something too about that Judy having some knee problems too. But now this was another thing I heard on Kinlaw. Kinlaw has been dealing with tendinitis for some time now because of the squatting with so much weight. Yeah.
These guys don't understand.
He's been squatting with.
Contavious Street. These guys don't stop lifting. 700 pounds, you can get your legs strong without having to get up under that kind of weight. Okay.
Right. But he was nowhere near 700 pounds. This was like 1,000, 2,000 pounds or something like that.
I don't know. Don't believe that. I mean, you know what? Okay, you got to see that. You saw this. It's not really a squat, but he doesn't need to be doing that. But anyway, James, we got to go. We ran out of time. And I'll look for you after the draft tomorrow.
All right, Ronbo. All right, man. We're gonna see how it goes tomorrow night. I think we're gonna really be in for some surprises and shocks, but that's football.
There you go.
Anyway, Niner Empire, Niner for life. Thank you for the platform you provide. Have a great evening. Be blessed.
Thanks, James. You too. Have a good night. Oh man, Flossie B. Come on in.
What's up, Ronbo?
Flossie, man, I'm still a little shook up. Normally I don't get so shook up so easy by comments, but Jack coming in here talking about Tua Tagovailoa and at the 13th pick. I wasn't ready for that. And I'm also not
concerned. That boy Jake been drinking Jake, man.
I'm a little concerned. 49ers ain't got no draft partners, but you know what? The 49ers are only gonna move out of that 13th pick if they got 5 or 6 targets. If all of them are wiped out, 49ers are going to move on. They probably got some people lined up for that pick, and they probably already told everybody, if we don't see our guy, 5 or 6 guys that we got picked out, we'll get back to you as quick as possible. So they probably got it all set up. 31 pick, I don't know. But, Flossie, there's a chance the 49ers end up having to keep their picks with that big gap between the first round and the third day. It bothers me. Must be something they could do.
To be honest, Rumble, I think we're going to trade that pick, fam.
Both 13 and 31?
Trade both of them damn picks.
Yeah, could be. Could
I
be.
think we're gonna trade both of the damn picks. I ain't gonna lie. Now, if one of if one of them 3 receivers there, we're gonna take one of them receivers. But if they gone, the pick gonna be gone.
Yeah.
The pick gonna be gone. We're gonna trade it, move down, and get a 3rd round pick, so we can get like a cornerback or a DT, whichever one that we don't decide to pick. You know what I'm saying?
Because our needs. You know what, Flossie? Our needs are not so much now, but they are for later. Because if 49ers got to replenish, because these contracts are expiring, they're becoming expensive, the money's down low. Him and Parag, and they must be sitting in the room sometimes from morning till night, trying to figure out how not to turn into the Los Angeles Rams. Oh my
No,
God!
I think we're too smart for that, Ronbo. We ain't gonna turn to the Rams.
God. But it just,
Ronbo, look, you gotta know we're a Super Bowl team. We're only a couple picks away.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
I'm just worried about the
all them
future
damn
too.
picks. Look, all them damn picks, man, not gonna make our damn team.
That's true.
So that's why it don't make no damn sense to be stockpiling all these damn picks.
That's true. You don't
You know
need
what I'm
more.
saying? We just need that.
You got to make sure you get
Go
good.
ahead.
If you get, no, I'm just saying, no matter how many picks you got, make sure they're worth keeping. Even if you got 4 or 5 picks, hopefully you didn't get one that's just going to come in and do a Dante or a Solomon T. And we sit there, everybody say, oh, no, not another one. We didn't need, I ain't going through that, you know?
I mean, Robo, we all go through that. But of course, we all know any receiver fit our damn system. So what we're actually looking for is more of the cornerback and more of the defensive tackle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can plug any damn corner, any damn wide receiver, whether it's Claypool, whether it's Mims, whether it's Higgins, whether it's Jefferson.
As long as he
you know
can
what I'm
catch
saying?
the ball.
It don't damn matter.
Yes, true.
Exactly. It don't matter what receiver we plug in that motherfucker.
Because Kyle's going to set it up so you can make, all you got to do is do what I tell you. Because Kyle's brilliant with that. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. We're looking more at the cornerback, like the Trevor Diggs, the people like that that's gonna fall like in the 2nd round. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna trade that 3rd round, that 31 pick. I know somebody gonna try to hop up and try to get Jordan Love if he ain't drafted
I keep
by the
forgetting
Cowboys.
about Jordan Love. Yeah, he probably won't fall to 31.
Somebody.
Yeah,
exactly. And if he falls to 31, it's gonna be a real high commodity pick for us to get some picks from him.
Who would it be?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it could be Belichick. Now that I think about it.
I think, but Belichick go in 23, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So he would, I think he would take that pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I think he just got that pick before us. Yeah. I think he could. Yeah, he could jump up at 13. Yeah,
I made a mistake. Foss, you know what I did? It's become such a routine every year that the Patriots are in the Super Bowl. I forgot they weren't in the Super Bowl this year. I had them at 32. It was us. We were at 31. It's the Chiefs.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But anyway.
So, yeah, Romo, again, man, we just want dogs. We don't want Kinlaw. We want Marlon Davidson. We want Neville Gallimore. You know what I'm saying? We want number dogs, man, on our team to fit, like with the Quan Alexanders, with the Fred Warners, with the Richard Shermans. We just need some more dogs. That's it.
And
we get dogs, we're going to bark our way to the damn Super Bowl.
There you go. And just like my dad used to do with his hunting dogs, you don't feed them but twice a week, so they're always hungry. So when they go hunting, them dogs, they ain't playing. This ain't no game to them. They're serious.
And as far as cornerback go, Rumbo, we don't just need no cornerback like that. I mean, we need a cornerback, but I'm just saying because Rich Sherman going to go eventually. But I'm talking about, like, Mosley going to hold it down.
I know. I got faith in him.
You know
I like him a lot. I think he's going to get
Mosley
better.
holding it down. He little, but he holding it down. He going to tackle. That boy holding it down. You know what I'm saying? We just worried about the cornerback after Richard Sherman leaves.
I know. And can you imagine all we got is Spoon and Mosley? Now, Mosley I got no problem with, but is Spoon going to evolve or is he going to keep butting around? You know,
To be honest, Rumbo, I worry about that on a year-to-year basis. We kind of ain't worried about that right now because you got players that are gonna be moved around, gonna be let go through training camp and all type of stuff. So we'll be all right.
Oh man. Well, tell you what, fam.
And
We'll see you
y'all
tomorrow.
stop tripping.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Hey, look,
we,
tell the people, nations, y'all stop tripping, man. These just the players they picking up. They just for training camp. Y'all see it.
it's gonna be hard to stop tripping though. It's worrisome, you know. God, you start to think too much, you come up
Man,
with
we
all
need
kind of
training
crazy
camp
stuff.
bodies though, Ronbo.
I
We need
know.
training camp bodies though.
Got him.
Say,
All
nation,
right.
we going somewhere, man. Y'all hold it down. We going somewhere to draft tomorrow, man. We're gonna pick the right players. Y'all just chill.
There you go. Flossie B.
Have
All
a
right,
good
fam.
night, fam.
See you tomorrow after
Yes,
the
sir.
draft.
All right, bet.
And let's zoom on over to Jay.
Rambo.
Jay, come on in here and straighten everything up, man. You know, was you listening earlier? That Jack gets the BS call. Not all, and news is one every night. Jack gets the BS call of 2020 and 19-2. Just throw that in it. 2021, as the 49ers go pick up Tua with that 13th pick. Oh, Jack, I do not believe you said that. Jay, realistically, we don't have any trade partner yet. Ain't nobody else got one either. They ain't picking up Juju Smith-Schuster. Everybody put that out today. Stop the 49ers. Don't keep talking about that. Don't put Schuster's name in your mouth. So we may be first round and wait a couple of days. What's up?
Something gonna happen. It's draft season. Ain't nobody gonna make no moves for the draft. You know what I mean?
This year
They
for
gotta
sure.
wait and see. Yeah, they gotta wait and see how the board play out. You know what I mean? See who go in front of them. There's gonna be some trades. It's just, it gotta wait the draft day to happen. Usually when we hear about trades before the draft, it's for
Quarterback.
players. They trading for players. Players already in the NFL, they trade picks for players. So,
Or,
I know
or is it, ever say somebody gives up like the Rams did a few years ago for Jared Goff? They gave up their whole future and everything else, trying to fight with the Browns to get that number 1 pick over Wentz. Remember that? Yeah. See, but ain't nobody going after quarterbacks like that this year. And Burrows is going to Cincinnati. Number 2, Detroit said, "Come get some." Ain't nobody came to get none. I'm kind of surprised, but we'll see. Because maybe they know Detroit doesn't want a quarterback. That could be it.
Yeah, because there's only 2 teams out here that really need a quarterback. You know what I mean? That's
Miami?
Miami and Buccaneers.
Yeah, actually.
But ain't nobody really, and both of them, they like both of them quarterbacks, so they ain't really tripping.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Ain't no need in trading up. These guys, quarterbacks going to fall.
Oh,
Jay,
yeah.
how far down are quarterbacks going to go? You know what? The more you think about it, okay, Akuda's going, Burrows is going, Young's going.
Isaiah Simmons gone.
Simmons is going. If you keep counting down like this, unless somebody does something stupid, I don't know what the Cardinals going to do. Cardinals ain't getting Lamb from what I understand. They want to get some help to keep Tyler Murray standing up instead of laying down all day.
Yeah, you got them 4 offensive linemen that probably go. At least 3 of them gonna go.
It's going to get scary,
And
Jay.
then, like you say, somebody might trade for DJ Henderson, try to get him early. It's gonna be some trades that happen. The team's gonna give us some draft picks that's gonna shake this draft up.
Jay, all 3 of them going to be there, ain't they? When it comes to Raiders going to take somebody. The 49ers are baiting. They're baiting the Raiders to take. I think they're baiting the Raiders to take Ruggs. I think they are.
I hope not. What they gonna do that for?
I don't know. But why are they letting everybody know? Yes, we want Ruggs. And they said Ruggs is getting calls from the Raiders and 49ers every few minutes. And the Broncos.
That's because Kyle won him. You know what I mean? It ain't like John came out there and said that. That's what Henry Ruggs came out and said. He's just being honest.
You're right. It's not Lynch, because everybody knows Lynch with that big smile. He's talking major poo-poo. But Kyle never does that. And you're right. They did. Ruggs is the one who did say it wasn't anybody but him.
Yeah, so he spilled the beans. You know what I mean?
Wow. God, Jay. Somebody.
Straight up.
Ty Mayock and Gruden up in a room somewhere so they can't make the draft. I want Ruggs.
His agent might have told him to do that since everybody getting so much interest, so somebody could trade up even higher, and that's more money for him if he go in the top 10 instead of in the top 15. That's even more money for him.
Oh, whoa! I forgot about that. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So if he goes to the Jets, bingo.
Yeah, or if somebody trade up to Arizona, or somebody trade up with the Panthers, that's in the top 10. That's even more money. Who knows? Denver might give us 2 first-round trade up to number 7, 8, and 9 to get him.
It's amazing the games. They playing games, ain't they, Jay? Dudes are playing games.
Yeah, we're going to see tomorrow night, though. It's all going to go down. Like I say, if they don't get their receiver or a tackle, they're going to trade both of them picks.
Jay, I think you got it. I'm mentally, I got to prepare myself for this. I don't want to be sitting there putting myself in a position to lose my mind. I got to be able to look at it and say, okay, I could have seen that coming, but I know it ain't going to work. Jay.
Hey, I'm with you, though, because I'm like this early year with my team. They don't never – who we won last year? We won a DK. Yeah, what happened?
I know, right? I love me some DK. I still love him after I seen him play last year with the Hawks. He wasn't bad at all. He could have been even better with the 49ers. But, that's neither here. Jay, let me see you tomorrow.
Already. Have a blessed night, Rambo.
You too, Jay. I'm safe with Jay.
You won't do it. Niners! Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Night, Jay. There he goes, rolling down that highway. Hey, Rick.
What's good, sir? What's good?
Oh, Rick, man, every phone call you get feed. It just feeds into your own psyche as to what's going on, expands your thinking. Because I was already out here with what I was thinking. And now after these conversations, except for Jack, everybody else got me thinking, damn, that's possible. Yes. Yes. Everything's up. Yeah, Rick, where you at with this? Because I'm thinking, hey, 49ers don't trade. What they gonna do? They gonna be satisfied? Day 1, go home, or stay home, should I say, and sleep? Wait for day 3? No. I hate that thought, but it is a lightweight possibility. But 31's gone. Gotta be, no matter what. But what do you think?
I think, like I said before, and I think other callers said, I think the 49ers have maybe a group of players that they're looking at. I do like Henry Ruggs. I do like Jerry Jeudy, and I know others were talking about his knee issue. I think that happened back in 2018, and the doctor has since, who performed the knee surgery, has sent a letter to all 32 teams, letting them know, hey, he hasn't lost any range of motion. He shouldn't have any issues going forward, so it's not an issue that will hinder him or prevent him from having a productive a career in the NFL. But I think, like I said before, I think they have a core group of players that they want, and if they don't get them, I think then they'll trade out. I'm like you. I think the 31st pick is pretty much gone already because of the fact that I'm not saying that we can't get other players because, 5th round was bought us George Kittle and Dre Greenlaw, but we want to maybe get a few other players if we can in the 3rd or 4th round, whatever the case may be. At this point, man, I don't know anymore. I don't know because, I've seen mocks where Ruggs, Jeudy, and CeeDee Lamb were gone, but also seen somewhere all 3 were on the table. So you never know how it's going to fall tomorrow. At this point, I think any of us we can all have our own favorites, whatever, but we have to trust the process. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, other than Shanahan with the Joe Williams and the Dante Pettis, you know what I'm saying? I think they have earned enough trust so we can pick we kind of trust who they're going to pick on tomorrow.
Yeah, it is. You know, the thing is, if Dante was cool and worked out to be who he was, we wouldn't even be looking for no wide receiver this year. We'd have too many. His talent is up at where it's supposed to be. Trent Taylor's not hurt. We're not looking for no receivers. And what if Jalen Hurd comes in next year and just is a wrecking machine? See, there's all kinds of hypotheticals that you can't answer it yet, you know? But man.
Exactly. I mean, and it's a good thing to have, but at the same time, we have to not only think of now, but we also have to think about the future. So it wouldn't surprise me if we had a couple of cornerbacks, a couple of receivers this year, and maybe a guard or something like that. I know everybody wants the D tackle, but I don't think we're going to go that high on them. I see, if anything, they'll probably go with maybe, if they were a combination, maybe a receiver and an offensive line, and maybe go back and double back and get corners and another
Rick,
guard or whatever the case may be.
When you say double back, what do you mean?
Like say for instance, like if we kept 13 and we got one of the receivers, whether it's Lamb or Judy or Ruggs, we then trade out the 31st, and then in the second round, if we could, maybe address maybe address the center or guard position, especially like a Cesar Ruiz or whatever the case may be. Then again, it all depends how the board can fall, because we see every year there's players that we think that are going to go in the top 10 or whatever the case may be, and something comes out at the last second and they fall.
Yeah.
And they fall. So, I mean, we never know. We could be honestly sitting there tomorrow looking at a combination of all three receivers plus Jeffrey Okudah or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
then we're like,
see, that's what I'm looking for. A bizarre cluster of pure talent. Nothing but the sexiest picks. Oh, the commercial break's going to be forever.
Oh my God! I mean, the thing about it is, it is like I'm ready, because the thing is, I'm ready to get these picks going. I'm ready to see what we're gonna do, because I'm ready to. I like everybody else. I think we're all ready to see how they're gonna get into the system, because I think this year I'm hoping to see more motion with the receivers. I hope to see more screens with our running backs, whatever. And I'm hopefully we can see more shots down the field. So if we're able to get a Ruggs, whatever, or some type of deep threat, I'm hoping that we can get the time. We get the time so we can take those shots down the field. I'm looking for Jimmy G to get better and with his receiving core, because, you know, last year he would throw slants. They'd have to catch it on the backside instead of throwing it in front of them, so they can catch it and continue to run. So I expect him to be better this year. I'm just excited. I don't know which ones. I mean, because I'm really set on Ruggs, but I know, sure as my name is, they'll pick an offensive line or somebody else that we all did not see.
Don't get yourself set up for that, Rick. We gotta
right.
pause.
We'll be squishing our hands.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, Niner faithful, Niner family, stay safe, social distancing, wash your hands. We'll get through this. I can't wait for us to win the Super Bowl coming up. Niner faithful, Niner Empire. You have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow.
Rick. All right, fam. Looking forward to it.
Okay, bye.
Hey, and I tell you, hey, Daryl.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Daryl, confusion and fear, excitement and anxiety. Hey, Daryl, you got all these emotions going on in your brain, man. It's like it's crazy. You got this, like you drank 17 cups of coffee all at one time. It's like, what are they gonna do? There's any number of things that happen tomorrow, Daryl, including the 49ers trading out. If they don't get the 5 or 6 picks, the 49ers say they got a handful of guys. If we don't see them at 13, we are gone, baby. And if they trade 31's gone too. We won't have a day 1 pick. Or if they stand pat, we got 1 day and that's it. Wait for 2 more days to come back and see what we can find. It's any number of scenarios. Daryl, where are you going? What do you think? What's going to happen?
Well, I'm one of the minority. I'm not really high on Henry Ruggs. I think that,
There's a lot of people
yeah,
ain't high on Henry Ruggs. You're actually the majority. You're a Judy fan, right?
No, I'm really more of a. I like C.D. Lamb. I think that he gives you that.
He's
I
actually
think he
in
gives
third
you
place,
that
though.
ability to go and really track the ball and really go up and get that contested ball. Some people say he doesn't have, separation skills, but people said the same thing about Dez Bryant. And before he fell off, he really had a pretty good career at Dallas. I think that this. I think that the most ideal situation for the 49ers right now would be for them to trade down out of the 13th pick. I think that it gives them the most ability to get more second, third, fourth round picks. If they trade down to maybe like the early to mid 20s, that way they could pick up maybe an extra second, extra third, and still be able to draft a receiver like one of my favorites this year is Denzel Mims. I've been watching a lot of film on that kid.
Man, you know Denzel, boy, I tell you what, I do like me some Mims. All right? No problem
Yeah.
there.
I really like that kid, and I really think that bringing him in, I mean, he runs like a 4.3 40, opened some eyes at the combine this year. And when you go back and watch the film, he's one of those guys where his production actually matched what he did at the combine. And every year he seemed to improve, and you really want a guy like that.
And
the thing I don't like about Ruggs, the thing that really scares me about Ruggs is, even in that particular offense that they had, he was like maybe number 2, number 3 receiver behind Judy. Then their other wide receiver, they had another tight end.
But remember, they role players, though. This is what I was saying earlier. You can't rank them like that. Everybody had a role to play. And Ruggs' role was to blast that defense apart, to make room for Judy. And they had another wide receiver that actually was number 1 receiver over Judy. Judy's number 2 on that team. So each one of them played a role.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it, and in Kyle Shanahan's offense, his offense is predicated upon precision route running. And, being able to, and just having a speed element, I mean, is a great thing because it does open up a defense.
And that's the point. That's the entire point.
For where you got to still play to the strong points of your quarterback. And right now, Jimmy G is one of those guys who can get to the short intermediate game, but he really tails off when he has to go to the deep ball, which is what, someone like Ruggs would really bring. He's that deep ball guy. You remember last year going into training camp, they were talking about how, his deep ball really needed a lot of work and a lot of development. And then, of course, we remember the last deep ball he threw in the Super Bowl, unfortunately, threw it 7 yards over Emmanuel Sanders' head. So why draft someone? But
Daryl, what if though? And remember that the front line offensive line was getting breached constantly. Jimmy put that ball where he didn't have any time to think. All he had to do was set his feet and let it fly. If that was Ruggs, that's a touchdown.
It possibly so, but if you remember, even going back to the New Orleans game. There was a deep ball that he threw to the middle of the field for Emmanuel Sanders. Do you remember how it hung up in the air, but Emmanuel Sanders was able to get separation from that particular corner, and he just happened to catch the ball falling down and was able to run it into the end zone.
Yeah.
Even in that, he still severely underthrew him. And then there was another long pass last year. I forget what team it was, but Kittle was wide open, and he threw a deep ball, and Kittle had to kind of slow down in order to get that ball and then track it to get to the end zone. So he needs a lot of work when it comes to the deep ball and being precise on it. And it just doesn't play to the strength of our quarterback.
But remember, though, last year, people got to remember, coming off an ACL, Jimmy, his legs, we may not have had as strong a Jimmy G as we thought we did. He looked good because he's talented. But I got a feeling Jimmy G is going to be a lot better because I've seen him throw that deep ball when he was with Belichick. And it was nice. That deep shot he threw against the Cardinals in that opening Monday night, that was sweet. So he's got the talent.
He does. And I think that he's a very good quarterback, and I think that he still needs to take that next step in order to get to that level called elite. So I'm really looking for him to really, mature and develop in this offense. This will be a second full year, and so I'm really excited to see what he's going to bring. But I think we really need more picks, though, because everybody's saying, "Oh, our team is so stacked. Our team is so stacked." But what you can sometimes do is end up falling into a false positive.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at situations like on our defensive line, losing DeForest Buckner, someone who could eat up a double team, also get severe penetration from the middle. You miss a guy like that, you really need to do it. And Solomon Thomas, I'm sorry, but he's softer than
Solomon's not gonna eat up no
he's
tackles.
softer than he's
Oh,
softer than baby turds. He
I know.
really is. He's softer than baby turds. And we need to shore up the secondary because even though Jimmy Ward had a better year, I'm still very
He could go
mindful
down
of him in coverage. If he
at
gets,
any time.
I think that his breakdowns in coverage, that if he ends up being in coverage, he could get exposed that way. And then on the corner, Richard Sherman, it showed when you got a fast twitch receiver that can put a double move on him. He got beat twice last year in the playoffs.
And he's
So
always
we really
had
got
that
some
problem.
things that we need to work on.
That's true. Hey, Daryl,
Yeah.
good stuff. I'm gonna tell you what. Hey, let's see you after the draft tomorrow night and see what we got.
Oh, I'll definitely be here.
All right, looking for you too. All right, man, good stuff. Night.
All right, take care, man.
All right, and it's Stone Cold Slick Austin. Slick.
From SF to NY worldwide. We're bigger than the nation. We're a motherfucking empire.
Slick,
So
come on in,
Rambo.
man. Slick. It's like, you only check in on rare occasions. You must have something really on your mind tonight. What's up?
And excitement. I can't even sleep. I'm so
tell you.
excited for this draft. I mean, ain't nothing going on TV. There's no sports, and I just been looking forward to
It's scary.
see what we're gonna do. I mean,
Showing
we're just
oldies and way backs, Michael Jordan. I mean, I like Jordan, but I'm not excited about that thing they're doing with him. I mean, I've lived through the story. Wow, when they make a documentary, everybody, did you see Jordan? I mean, I was there. So, But Slick, 49ers,
yeah,
man.
well, I'm a Lakers fan, so that's why I wasn't even tripping about that.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're showing that stuff like that's going to be big-time entertainment. I said, man, come on, man. Is this the best we could do?
I'll wait for the Kobe documentary.
And that's who's gonna. They're probably gonna do a real live movie on Kobe. I figure, right? Who's gonna play Kobe Bryant? They probably, LeBron James said, "I volunteer." Come on, Bron, man. Kobe. He didn't really like you all that much. He was okay with you, but you can't play Kobe.
We're getting back to this draft, man.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I'm with you. I want Ruggs. I don't even know. I don't know how the Niners always play mind games and stuff like that. But maybe
I don't get it. Yeah.
They're playing all these teams, But I really want Ruggs. Like Kyle built his team with speed. Speed kills. So there's a lot of talent in this draft this year and stuff. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I think that since they traded Buck for that 13, then they already have maybe 3 top players that they hope they could get. Because that's one of our big pieces that helped us get to the Super Bowl. So they must have somebody in mind. I mean, I'm good.
That's what I was going to ask you.
I posted.
Who? Huh? Go ahead. Because who could it be? Because actually trying to get somebody to replace Buckner, I think that's going to be a reach this year. But, you might get somebody. I don't know. Well, go ahead. Let me see what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with DJ Jones. I mean, he was stuffing that run, and he was penetrating at times. And Julian Taylor reminds me of Alden Smith. And then we also have the cat in the street, and then somebody else.
We're still waiting on
Street. But we got. Yeah. I mean, he hasn't really done much or whatever, but I mean, I'm looking forward to ask Shair to maybe get a little bit more involved since he's no longer in the team, and and so we'll see what happens with that. But as far as this draft goes, I mean, there's so many players I want that I can't get them all though. I mean, I'm good with C.J. Henderson.
You like Henderson?
Terrell. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to see who's the best cover and a good tackler. speed
CJ
and
can cover.
a dog in them and stuff like that.
Yeah, but he don't.
I mean, I like the guy from Utah, like Jalen Johnson. And as far as a running back, he was the fastest running back from New Mexico State. Jason Huntley, who ran a 4.37. He wasn't even invited to the combine, but he was faster than every
They kill
running
me
back.
leaving these dudes out. I wonder. I guess because everybody can't come. It depends on what school you go to. What school does this guy go to?
New Mexico State.
Yeah, see, he's not gonna get an invite. You got to be from a certain conference. It seems like.
I know, but I mean that's what I love about Kyle. I mean, him and the staff, they always like find all these like gems, like some small schools and stuff like that. But man, it's like so many players. I'm like they could make a big impact on. But I gotta have Claypool, man. I gotta have Claypool. Turn him into a tight end. Can you imagine Claypool, Jalen Hurd, Debo.
And George out there running things. Oh, that's a lot of size. There's going to be you can run an offense where you can diversify your attack like that. If I got a bunch of trees, athletic trees out there running around, that's a problem. And then if I got rugs, okay, now safety says, "Oh, shit, come on, back." See now.
I mean, Ruggs ain't just speed. Ruggs is a football player who's just fast as hell.
I keep trying to tell people that people don't think Ruggs can run routes. They've tried to correct people about that.
He's like Debo and Marquise in one. Mm-hmm. So he could catch and he could run routes. He's underrated, and people.
He may not be Judy, but make no mistake, the boy can run route. That's something they keep saying.
I think Ruggs is only gonna get better. His ceiling is way higher than Judy's, I think. But that's just my opinion. Everybody got who they like.
That's been pointed out by a few people. Ruggs' floor is
like
probably
so
higher.
many players I want, but I mean, we'll see. I trust the process. I mean,
we got no choice.
It's only been the third year, fourth year, whatever, and we're already in the Super Bowl last year.
I know, right?
So I ain't tripping. I mean, just do what you got to do. But I hope we get Ruggs.
Yes, but we almost pulled it off. That's all right. We'll be back. Slick, we're gonna go.
It's anyway.
See you tomorrow after the draft.
Hi, Ronbo.
So we can hoop and holler. Yeah.
I hit you up tomorrow.
Looking for
Go Niners.
Nice, Slick. Kay Hendricks.
What's poppin', man?
Kay.
Hello?
Kay, I'm right here, Kay. I mean, I'm just sitting there, man. I'm thinking now, the reality hit me. I ain't seen nobody trading nothing up or down. I said, does all these people know tomorrow the draft? What's happening? Ain't nobody trading up for nothing? Not even quarterbacks? Whoa! Well, what if we have to stand back?
I think it's GMs realizing how talented this draft is, and I think everybody's, nervous about,
sit back,
picking that player, hoping they're good, and then, thinking later that they're not when they see them perform. So I don't know. I think everybody just hold it put into tomorrow, man. Nobody knows what's going to happen. One thing that I can say, though, 30 minutes ago, Kyle Shanahan had posted a video looking at Bama's offense. So, man, I hope.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You said Kyle just posted a video looking at Bama's offense?
Well, he didn't actually show it, but he was doing a little home tour, like walking around his house and stuff like that, showing his setup. And if you look in the background of his laptop, you can see the Bama and Michigan game.
Kay, that's
I don't know if he was looking at Dantzler or Ruggs.
He did that on purpose. Kay, what are they doing? Everywhere I look today,
I think they're setting themselves up for Lamb, man.
I think they are, aren't they? Because they're running people toward Ruggs. But if I'm another GM, I know that's what they're doing. They don't want me to know what they're doing. Why are they making it obvious?
Because Ruggs coming out saying they calling him John Lynch. Well, John Lynch ain't saying nothing about him, but it's just too obvious, man. So I think the Raiders gonna mess around and take him, and we just gonna be left with Lamb.
Or Judy.
It's just one of the two.
Okay, what's that other fast dude? His name Egan. There's another guy that's really Rieger. He's fast, but he doesn't like to block. What if you go ahead and you pick up Judy at number 13? We don't. You know what? You can get some
I
defensive
wouldn't
linemen and
have a problem
cornerbacks.
with that.
You get Rager at 31. No, he ain't gonna be there. No, he will be there at 31. He will be there at 31.
Yeah, he's a potential late first or second day pick. But
And
I wouldn't mind
he's the
Rager
best
though, man.
deep
As
threat.
long as we get somebody that can help this offense.
What's the thing? But they say Rager's the best deep threat in the draft. Now I don't know why they say that because he's not that fast. But it's not always speed apparently that takes the top off of defenses. I don't know. I don't understand. Well, we'll see.
Oh, we will see, but I don't know, man. It just John Lynch likes to play a lot of mind games, man. It's a difference from what the media telling us and what he's saying. So I don't know, man. I have a feeling Mike Mayock is saying he won't Lamb, but John Gruden's saying he won't Ruggs.
I know.
So I hope in the process with them grown men arguing over who they want, I hope Lamb falling out laughing.
What the other? Oh, CD doesn't like to run route. From what I understand, CD's all about muscling. You know, this is not Kyle's kind of receiver. You got to be able to do something special. And he's already got a muscle guy. George Kittle's out there beating people up. If he wants that, he'll go to George. Debo is physical enough, but Debo can actually run route and do other things.
Mm-hmm.
CD, I don't see him as a Kyle type of guy. I could be wrong, of course.
Yeah. I honestly think Kyle wants Ruggs, but
if he could get Judy, he'll take Judy because Judy runs route.
I don't like the fact that everybody wants Ruggs now, man. Like I miss
just because we
point
do.
In time when we only wanted him. Now everybody wants him, man. That's irritating.
Yeah.
Then they keep putting the Raiders in front of us, man. They know what they're doing, man.
Damn.
It just you gonna see a show tomorrow, Ronbo. That's all I can really say. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. But all I know is, man, whoever we get, like Lynch says, he's gonna make an impact for this team. So I'm ready, man. I just want somebody that can help Jimmy out, man. Somebody that can put Jimmy in the MVP talk and make him be better than what he already is. So I'm ready, man. Ain't nobody talking about Pittman enough either, man. So hopefully, if we don't get a wide receiver with the 13th pick, we can get Pittman later. But I don't. I just
how much
find
later?
it crazy how
John's sitting around
nobody's talking about Michael Pittman.
Well, yeah, but these guys could drop like you're saying though, because John went on record the other day and said you can pick up a wide receiver in the 5th round. John, what are you talking about? Why'd you say that? My first thing I said, why'd you say that, John? What you gonna do, man?
They know what they're doing.
They
know what they're doing.
God. So we're gonna see they're baiting the hooks, Kay.
Oh, most definitely. And I'm ready, man. It'll be crazy if all 3 wide receivers land with us, but I know that's not going to happen. That's going to be crazy. So I know that's not going to happen. All I know is, man, I feel like we're going to shock a lot of people tomorrow. John's going to end up pulling some crazy stuff. I don't know, Ronbo. I'm ready, man.
Wait, sitting up eating popcorn all night. Why? Just to be whopped. Can't sleep. Yeah, Kay, I'm going to see you tomorrow then. After the draft, I'll be during the draft and after the draft. I'm gonna be watching. Just people want to hear about what's going on. I'll be talking about that. But yeah, all right, fam. Keep the finger crossed, man, and think nothing but think positive about Ruggs, man. Ruggs, come on, Ruggs. Oh, all right, see you tomorrow. Well, KO. K-O, K-O. Tomorrow you may be the first time I watch the draft you see a bottle of Hennessy sitting there.
Ronbo.
K.O.
What's going on, Brett?
Trying to relax. You can't relax, K.O. It's the night before the draft. John and Kyle are playing games. Kyle's leading media crews around his house with his TV, his monitor, or his laptop, according to Kay. He's got on his laptop or whatever, he's watching Bama. Kyle, why you want to do this, man? Don't let him, people know what you're thinking now. And then like Kay tell it. Now Kyle did that on purpose, man. And just like John Lynch, he was at home. He's got his monitor on watching Southern. What's that school that Becton goes to? He's watching Becton. Ain't no accident they got these guys on their TV while doing any media interviews.
Nah, we don't want no Becton, bro. That's like that one. That's like Trent Brown or the dude we had that guy. We had that went to the Raiders.
Yeah, that's Trent. That's Trent.
Yeah, we don't want him, bro.
You know,
have him. I think we're gonna make a splash with the receiver though.
I hope so, but who is that gonna be?
It's set in stone. You said who's it gonna be?
See,
I really think the Raiders is gonna go Tua. So if they go Tua, then I think we gonna get either
that was you who said
either
that. Yes,
CD
that's right.
or.
You were the one who said Tua yesterday. Carol's in Vegas. Vegas chatter around town is get me Tua. Don't nobody like Derek Carr.
They don't. Nah. Derek Carr's gone. Like he was out here in Vegas when they like introduced the team, the Las Vegas Raiders. He was down here and ain't nobody even recognized him. They had to be like, this is Derek Carr, the quarterback. Ain't nobody know who the hell that was. They was like, okay. Yeah.
Poor Derek.
Nah, we're gonna make a splash though, man. I can't wait, bro. Like I really think though, like you said, I think we're gonna trade out of that 31st pick though.
Yeah.
I can't see us,
there's no reason to keep that.
3.
It's too low in the draft order. You may as well drop down and get a pick if you can. Somebody needs to go up to 31 and get what? Jordan Love? Is that his name? Is that his first name? The quarterback?
Hey, everybody's on Jordan Love nuts, but I like what's his name? Old boy from that went to Alabama, then he went to Oklahoma. Hurd.
Hey.
Jalen Hurd. I think Hurd's gonna be way better than him. I think he's gonna be like a Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? Like a sleeper.
But you think he's gonna drop to 31? Maybe.
Who? Hurd?
Yeah.
Or Love?
I think Love will definitely drop to 31. Tua might drop to 31.
I think Hurd's gonna be like a second day pick or something like that. He ain't gonna be
second
on the
day,
first day.
Because Tua's. If I was Tua, I'd be like suing people, man. They're putting out bad, news on Tua. They're going into, real explanation as to what's wrong with his body. They're showing clips of how he plays and how he gets hurt. I says, man, Tua ain't getting no love. Oh, God.
Nah.
Who's going to pick him up? My God. So maybe the Raiders, though, because, John, he ain't going to play around with a quarterback that ain't getting it done for him. You're right about that for sure.
I just think we should have reached out to one of the vets, vet wide receivers. Like I would even, if we couldn't get Odell Beckham, I would even got Landry. Because Landry got hands. You feel me? I think Landry with Debo, that'd have been a cold little combination. You know what I mean? Like,
isn't Landry in Cleveland?
I just think we should have reached out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we couldn't get Odell Beckham for like the 31st overall, I would have tried to get Landry. Next best thing. I would compare him with Debo.
They ain't got no funds. They can't pay these people. Because OBJ.
But Landry would probably be cheap though. He'd probably get him for like a 5th rounder. You know what I mean? You saying once we get him, we can't pay him.
Yeah. How you gonna do? See, Landry's gonna command money. He's been around the league too long. He can't take no. Y'all ain't giving me no bonuses, no incentives. I give me my money, and I need it up on the paper, sign it. So I figure there's gonna be a problem with that. And OBJ was too expensive.
Yeah,
so we gotta
I know we couldn't afford OBJ.
We got to find our dude. But I got to tell you, and we've already changed the league. KO, the standard, Debo's going to set another level of standard. All they talked about in the combine was everybody wants him a Debo. See, this is the thing, Debo ain't got to be a number 1 receiver, but he can still do a lot of damage. With the other players we got, including Jerick McKinnon, if he's ready to roll, that's another wide receiver. But he's a running back. That boy can run some routes. So I'm thinking him.
I think Jerick McKinnon's done. He bust.
Might be if he's not healthy. Yeah, that's true.
And I don't even know why we still got Tevin either. Like yesterday, we was talking about Tevin. I think he should have been gone. Somebody should have called and picked up the phone for old boy.
They might
send him to the Rams.
Still.
The Rams ain't got nobody.
The Rams can't pay. They can't even pay Tevin. If Tevin wants more than $1 million, he can't come there. The Rams Bernie
gonna have
money.
To knock on the door and the Rams gonna have to knock on the door and come with the food stamps. They can't come with the cash, so they're gonna come with the next best thing.
Give you a box of cheese every game. Brandon Cook said they owe me money too. I mean, they owe money to people they said goodbye to. Yeah, Carol, let me see the bar after the draft, okay?
Yeah. Hey, one last thing. What was they talking about with Juju though? They saying we can get a possibility we can
They
get him
said
or something,
stop
or that was
talking
a
about
lie?
a Juju trade. Ain't gonna be no Juju trade. They were serious. Don't keep talking about Juju coming to 49ers. He ain't coming. Dang, y'all ain't got no point getting mad about it. Kel.
I heard that. All right, Ronbo. I see you. You gonna go come on tomorrow, right? During
Yeah, I'll
the
be
thing or
during the
what?
draft and after. All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right, brother. Peace.
Yeah. Man. I don't know why. Come on, man. Juju, man. Maybe Juju wanted to come to the 49ers. It ain't nobody. Come on, man. Ellis.
Yo, what's up? What's up, Ronbo?
Ellis, now we're contemplating whether maybe we can't trade nothing down. What up then? So we go ahead. We got 5 or 6 players we want in the first round. So I figure the 49ers must have a plan because you can't wait till tomorrow. So you got 5 or 6 players. The 49ers have already committed to saying we're looking at 5 or 6 players. If they're not available, we'll create out of the 13. Okay, well, you guys already got something lined up, I assume? I'm thinking they said that. I guess that's what they mean. So, otherwise we keep what we got. And my question is, will we be fine with that, Ellis? I mean, we got first stage picks, 131, and then we wait a couple of days to come back. We got a talented bunch of guys that really got an eye for talent. They could be fine in 5, 6, and 7. I mean, what do you think? Did we lose Ellis? Ellis? Did I lose Ellis? Sometimes the system shuts people down all of a sudden. Okay, because we're starting to wind down here, I guess, so there may be issues with the pen. Because it may have hung people up, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah. And James, let's just go T.O., Ocho, and Megatron for nothing. Jimmy just throw it up. Those guys are still in good shape. Yes, indeed. Adam Carrillo says Jaguar fans don't know what's in store for them. With Balky being the coach, Ellis is back. Ellis, 940-69. I think we hung you up by accident. 940-69. All right. Anyway, Ellis, waiting on you. Okay. Meanwhile, let us go to, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Wait.
How are you doing?
Okay, now I don't know what's going on now. Okay. Who is it?
It's me, Ronbo.
I'm sorry. Let me address Ellis one more time. Ellis, 940-69. All right. Show, come on in, man.
Yes, sir. How are you tonight?
Show is as bad as you can be. I mean, it's been the night before the draft, and the 49ers are sending strange smoke signals. We do know that they'll take 5 or 6 players they have in mind. And if those 5 or 6 are not available, they're threatening to move out from the 13th position. And
I wouldn't be shocked if we came out of here with 12 or 13 picks.
Yeah, all of a sudden, right? Yes.
Yeah. Well, because we have to. Right now, we only have 78 players on the roster. We need to fill a 93-man roster.
Oh yeah, start picking up all kind of trash, right?
Yeah, so we have to fill that 93. We have to meet that 93 roster mandate before the preseason starts. So,
well, what?
I wouldn't be shocked.
In that case,
if we came out here with 12 to 13 picks.
Your draft actually applies. I'm going to go down through your draft real quick, and you can amplify on it because we haven't got a lot of time. But I'm going to go down through it, and then you explain what's going on.
Sure.
Show's got pick 1. He's pick a tick. Oh, it seems like I got something going wrong here. Okay. Let's see. Why don't we let Show explain this part, and I'm just go down through his draft. Okay. Okay. See, Joe. Yeah, this has got no names on it. Okay. Because if I read all that, it's going to take too long. Okay. Show's got a round 1, pick 13, C.D. Lamb out of Oklahoma. Round 2, pick number 8, it's Ezra Cleveland. I like that. I think the Niners do too. O.T. Boise State. Round 3, pick 26, it's Cameron Dantzler, cornerback, Mississippi State. And also round 3, he'll explain the trade downs in just a second. Round 3 pick, it's Ashland Davis. I see NYG there. Ashland Davis. Oh, that's a trade. I see. Ashland Davis, strong safety Cal. And round 4, pick 4, again from the Giants, it's a pick. Lynn Bowden, wide receiver, Kentucky. Oh, look at you, man. Round 4, pick 5 from Houston, Devin Asiasi, tight end, UCLA, one of my favorites. Round 5, pick 10, Jordan Elliott, defensive end, Missouri. Round 5, Michael Onwenu. I know Michael's probably say, hey, that's not my name. Show will straighten that out in a minute. Offensive guard, Michigan. He's a Polynesian now. We knew. I'll bet that's right. I learned about that. Round 6, pick 31, Kaz Watkins. He's becoming a popular pick here. Wide receiver, Southern Miss. And round 7, pick 3, Kenny Willix, defensive tackle, Michigan State. And round 7, pick 31, Reggie Corbin, running back, Illinois. Yes, there's a lot of guys are thinking the same way about a running back. I like that. Show, amplify a little bit here. What's going on with this?
Yeah.
I see the trade
well,
downs.
First of all, Jordan Elliott is a defensive tackle. He's not a defensive end. That was a typo.
Okay.
I meant to fix that. But to amplify my draft a little bit, you had said earlier that CeeDee Lamb is not the type of receiver that Kyle is looking for. That is actually categorically false. They're comparing.
I feel like
don't
I
know
hit by a
if you've
lawyer.
seen CeeDee Lamb's. I don't know if you've seen CeeDee Lamb's pro comparisons, but they're comparing him to Chad Johnson, Deshaun Watts,
And D-Hop.
I'm sorry, DeAndre D-Hop, and Odell Beckham Jr. And who, for the last 3.5 years, has Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch been trying to get their hands on?
Yeah, all 3 of those guys. Well, it would have got D-Hop, but D-Hop's not available until Houston.
No. They've been trying to get Odell
OBJ.
Beckham Jr. for the last 3 years.
True.
Yeah. And so one of the things that you didn't mention, CeeDee Lamb does do, is he blocks Ronbo.
No, he is a tough guy. That's true.
Yeah. And that's what Kyle Shanahan loves out of his receivers, is for them to be able to block, for them to be able to create separation, which CeeDee Lamb does do, and for them to run the full route tree, which also CeeDee Lamb does do. He also makes those circusly freakish contested catches.
I've seen his ability on the catch. That 360 in midair made me crazy.
That defenses are scared of more than they are speed, to be honest with you. Speed is just, I like speed, but realistically, when's the last 4-2 guy that's panned out in the NFL? You can't name one.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
You got to be wary of those. You got to be wary of those guys. They actually put a list of 10 receivers who ran a 4.2 in the NFL Combine, and almost all of them have not panned out. None of them. And Marquise Goodwin was on the list, and we all know how that worked out for us. So
he was hot for a minute, though.
And Quez Watkins, I drafted in the later rounds. He runs a 4.3, so he's pretty quick.
All right.
He's got a.
Use him on some of those stretch plays. Then I need somebody's going to stretch that out. As I noticed when Keith was playing, Kyle was making fools out of defenses, just ridiculous. And that's why I said that speed element is what opens things up. But go ahead.
And that's what he can do with Quez Watkins. Quez Watkins has size and he has speed on his hands.
Right.
With
Okay, real quick, a couple more elements. Because, well, you know what? You pretty much, okay, there you go. So, that's the show for show this year. The guy has been working on that. If you know how many weeks Show's been working on his draft. Yeah.
Since the Combine started. Oh, my God, I could not make up my mind. It was insane.
All right, fam. Good stuff, though. I like your draft show.
Thank you. I was torn between Judy and Lamb, and I leaned more towards Hilly Lamb because that's the player that Kyle and John have been trying to go after for the last 3 years. And
I got to tell you, though.
It makes perfect sense.
It makes also, I got to tell you, the way the 49ers are seemingly baiting the Raiders to take Ruggs, you might be absolutely right. Anyway, we're going to go.
Yeah, so, all right.
Joe. I'll see you tomorrow after the draft.
Night. Shout out to the TNT fam. All right, take care. Happy draft night.
All right. Don't you love it? Exactly. All right, Ellis.
Yo, we back in action.
Yeah. So Ellis, did you hear the things I was saying to you before we got cut off?
Yeah, but I totally forgot, and my memory's wiped because I was like, "What the hell happened?" So I didn't get a chance. So let's run it back.
Because the thing is, Ellis, I'm saying nobody's trading up or down at this hour. It seems like all the deals that are going to be made tomorrow for trading up and down are going to wait until tomorrow. The 49ers are saying if we don't see what we want or it's off the board by the pick 13, we'll trade out. Well, hey. You guys got a deal already lined up for that? I mean, that's what I'm saying. So the 49ers could be setting pat, or somebody comes and gets 31. But the 49ers, are they going to be okay with just first day picks, wait a couple of days to come back? And if they do, are you expecting that to pan out to be something okay?
I don't think that we're going to just keep all our picks. So we're definitely going to be moving some stuff around. And I think it would actually behoove us to, I hate to even say it, but, well, unless we go back just a couple of spots and still stay in that mid, first round. But if we were to totally try to just collect as many as we could to go into deeper rounds, swapping out that 13 and going to a couple of seconds or, a third and a fourth or whatever, whatever is available to us, whatever somebody's willing to, kind of swap us out for, and then maybe keeping that 31st or, getting rid of the both of them. And, let's try and collect all that we can since, we're kind of, we're not in a rebuild. And I hate to even say that we should be trying to get what we can get, however, there's just a lot of things that we can pick up in this draft. And we still got a first round for next year. Am I mistaken? We still got one for next draft.
I hope so. I think. Are we losing? Did we lose any picks?
I thought we had a 2021. I don't know.
I think we lost all our picks this year because there's only Emmanuel Sanders that we went after, right?
Right.
Yeah, we lost a third and a fourth.
A third and a fourth?
Yeah, and boy, that hurt.
Damn, I swear. I mean, he helped us out. So, I mean, had he not, been a spark for us at all, then we'd be all kicking each other in the ass right about now. But those picks would have been nice right now. Yes. But I was thinking about, man, just imagine if we'd have had Jalen Hurd and Trent Taylor, we wouldn't even be talking about a receiver.
Probably not, especially because we know Trent.
They would have balled.
Yeah, because Trent was looking good in camp. Said he's looked better than anybody in camp. So I figured that would have translated to him having a big year. Hurd, we've seen what he can do. Hurd's that dude I want when we get down around the goal line. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and then with KB and Debo, but that's just
speculation.
We didn't get to see that materialize, so we don't know.
Ellis, I do wonder though, had Emmanuel Sanders not came along, because KB and Debo lit up suddenly after Sanders. Was it Sanders, or did they just wake up?
I think he had a lot to do with it because they were concerned about what could actually. I think they were a little bit concerned about what, is somebody going to lose their spot? Am I going to get less snaps? And then because he was
that'll help you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So they had to turn up and rise to the occasion. They just woke up and decided, in a timely fashion, once he arrives, that we're going to start playing ball for real now. So he definitely was the spark. And but that's good though, because he lit a fire under him, and now you see KB going hard, and we're going to see a whole new. I feel like Kendrick Bourne next year, and whatever acquisition we have, if we do end up getting a receiver, is just going to complement, this firepower that we got. I just really hope that Jalen Hurd and Trent Taylor end up coming out, man. And, because Marquise is going to be gone. If we can get a 5th-round pick, I saw something that Dallas would potentially be willing to, maybe trade, give us a 5th-rounder for Marquise. Man, let's take that.
Yeah.
And, try to see what else we can, do.
We got 2 fifth. Don't we have? I think that could they? I'd be saying you can't get up off of 4, huh? Because I got plenty of 5s. I call him back
if you give me Dante Pettis.
Yeah.
If you give me Dante Pettis, I'll give you
4. And would you be on the phone? I'd have to not laugh. I really like Dante. I started lying then. I really like Dante. I think I can do something with him. But you know what? I really want that 4. All right, you got it. You ain't drive a hard bargain.
Yes,
Dante.
yes. And what's funny, the Tua thing, man, we're not even. Well, I mean, I'm gonna acknowledge that for just a millisecond.
Yeah.
No.
You think so?
On the Tua thing,
Yeah.
I think he'll be. I think if he can, come back from the injury, he'll be great because he is a great talent. And he's left-handed. I'm left-handed. I love left-handers.
Oh,
but,
and it's so unusual.
I
thought you were talking about Jack's statement about the 49ers picking him up at 13.
No, well, that's what I meant. That's a no on us getting him. Yeah, I don't see that being. He says, everybody, I'm telling you, I don't know where his information was from, but we will all be stunned if that was to happen. Don't let Jack be right, because then we're going to be all on here. You know what I mean?
thinking he's some kind of prophet. Jack is just talking crazy. Ellis, I'm gonna see you tomorrow after the draft, though, because I got a feel it's gonna be fun after this draft.
Yeah, I heard something about the Dolphins, though. Lastly, they might be trying to squat with the Lions to get up and get an offensive lineman. So
yeah, because the Lions act like they don't need Okudah. I thought the Lions would get 2. We got Okudah right now. No, they'll take it. They'll trade out. Shot.
Yeah, we don't need any corners. We can try to make do with what we have. I just would be concerned about not having a veteran, a veteran to groom somebody, and then versus say Richard. I'm just saying it's not there next year.
They may get that player later on.
Anybody up this year?
Late rounds.
So yeah, okay, Ronbo. Yeah, shout out to the Niner faithful, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Make sure y'all download that Ronbo Sports app, man. Hit the like and subscribe. Tomorrow's a big day, gentlemen. So be prepared. I'll see you in the live, champ.
All right,
Thank you as always.
looking for you.
Everything.
Thanks, Phil.
Much love. Peace.
What's up?
Shalil, is that you?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, there it is. Says that Shalil's holding his nose tonight. Shalil!
What's going on?
We're getting ready to go to sleep, wake up, do whatever for a few hours, and then it's finally time, the day of reckoning. The day of the off season. It's right after the Super Bowl for excitement. But Shalil, nobody's trading. I'm looking around, I'm thinking, so I wonder who got traded today. So I waited an hour. There must be somebody going to be some trades. Still no trades. Shalil, there's still no trades even now. So then there's a possibility of 49ers. What if they can't get no trades? We got to stay with what we got? Shalil, what are your thoughts on this?
My thoughts are, I hope these teams mess up in the draft. How about them Cowgirls? How about them Lambs? How about them Seacocks? And last but not least, how about them Oakland, Las Vegas Trader Raider Joes?
Oh, man. And still, they have to continue to be jokes, so we got to get stronger. And here's why I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, it's going to you know what, Ronbo? It's going to depend on the Raiders who they draft, because they really, they love us. They really love us. We beat the shit out of them. They love us. Oh,
they do.
Goodness. We draft a whole line. We get a whole line.
And took it from, but Shalil, the 49ers, I think the 49ers are setting them up for another fail. Because the 49ers are letting everybody in the mama know. We're going for Ruggs. And the Raiders sitting there, why do the 49ers want Ruggs? Well, we're going to take Ruggs. Can they be that stupid? And if Lamb and Ruggs are both there, maybe the 49ers really do want Lamb. Because I figured Judy's gone. He might be the first guy off, but maybe not.
I'd be fine with any one of them, Rumbo. It doesn't matter. Any one of these wide receivers I would really like. It don't matter. They're all good, I think, in my opinion. Like Claypool and these other guys, T. Higgins, and who's the guy from Baylor?
Baylor. Mims.
Denzel
Yeah, Mims, yeah.
Yeah, he's good too. They're all good. Any one of these guys.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No doubt about that.
It's just going to depend what they're going to do. They might trade it. Let's see what happens. This is going to be interesting.
Hey, well, yeah.
You know what? I could actually see us getting Juju.
You're not
trading that 31.
You're not getting Juju. Be careful. There's a writer that's getting really upset about people thinking the 49ers are going to pick up Juju in a trade. He made it clear, and God, he's really wording is really rough. Hey, dude. Okay, we get it. Juju is not leaving Pittsburgh. Check it out when you get a chance. Just look up.
They got that big guy still hanging around, getting injured all the time. Big Ben.
Yeah, he's coming back next year. He's ready to play. He can't wait to play, and so yeah, Pittsburgh might be in the mix again next year. You know, as far as AFC, I think they're kind of. I don't know. We'll see. I don't see them contending, actually. They got a pretty good team, though. They got good defense.
We need to fix our games, man. We need to beat the shit out of these guys. We can't, we can't be close. No more of this close shit.
Could be though.
We beat them bad.
Stop these fourth quarter games.
Ground.
Yeah, because I get sick of drama in the last couple of minutes.
Bring them back, just like I don't want to bring it up, but the Super Bowl, like you fucking kill them. Don't fucking bring them back in the game.
Ooh, Steele,
and you know what? And you know what? If you're winning, don't celebrate like you won the Super Bowl.
People are still talking about that, especially the Chiefs. They love the tease about that.
These guys are like going in the camera, taking pictures. Like, what the heck are you doing?
I know.
Game's not even over.
Yeah, God. They learned. Remember, Steele, that team wasn't even supposed to be there. They were supposed to get to the playoffs and maybe do well. Getting to the Super Bowl is ridiculous. That just shows how good this team is. Now, they need to build on what they did last year, because remember, the Rams, their first year in the playoffs, they came in and got handed a butt early. Well, not us. We went for the gold. So,
we know what the defense looks like.
Yeah.
We know what the defense looks like. Our offense is going to have to step it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it.
They really are.
I promise.
We need receivers to catch the ball badly.
It's tough. Kyle Shanahan's offense is a pain in the butt. The defense carried him last year, but it takes a year minimum. Matt Ryan, who's still mad about that. They sucked the first year when Shanahan got there. Second year, you know what happened. They annihilated teams. So, yeah, you can look for something similar to that from the 49ers this year, I'm pretty sure. Leo.
We need receivers. Dante Pettis is a cat man. He's a cat bitch. And Solomon Thomas, he likes to sit on O-lines. He likes to grab them. He doesn't like to use any hand technique. But thank you for the platform, Rumbo.
All right,
you have a good night. Shout out to the Naira Empire.
You do.
Wash your hands and hit those likes.
Thanks, Leo. Oh, hey, Tony.
What's up, Ronbo? How's it going?
Tony. Well, Tony, tell you what we're going to do, Tony. I'm concerned about. You did Tony's mock? Okay. Tony, let's say we're not going to be able to do your mock. Okay, so because it was a little. Tony, you had an elaborate mock, though. We're running out of time because it's almost top of the hour. But, Tony, you want to say a few things about your mock, though, before you head out? Because you had a great mock. Go ahead. Because we had about 5 minutes.
So basically, I took all the rumors that I was hearing around the league, tried to decipher which ones were smoke screens and which ones are real. and I came to the conclusion that guys like Tua Tagovailoa and Jeff Okudah are going to drop because their kind of likeness around the league isn't as much as the media is putting it out to be. And a lot of teams are taking those players, putting them really down on the draft boards. And that kind of shifted everything a little bit. Also, the Eagles are looking to trade up for a receiver. The Broncos are. So by the time we got to 13, the top 3 receivers were off the board. So I just traded back, and I got a 3rd and 4th round pick. And Javon Kinlaw was still there at 18. So I picked him. And then at 31, Jalen Reagor, the best deep threat in the draft, was still on the board, and you have to get that guy. So there was a lot that went into it. There were I think 11 or 12 trades in there, which is definitely realistic for what happens on draft night. But yeah, I just want people to realize that even if we don't get one of the top 3 receivers, if we can leave with one of the top 4 offensive tackles, one of the top 2 D tackles, or C.J. Henderson, that's a win either way. It's still an A pick. Because there's so many other guys like Jalen Reagor, Denzel Mims, Laviska Shenault that are going to be there at the end of the 1st round, top of the 2nd, that can really benefit the team.
So, yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. And even Lynch went down on record the other day saying you can find a receiver in the 5th round. So there's a lot of guys that aren't getting the spotlight put on them, and that happens every year. You just got to have your people out there knowing where they are, and that's the secret to it all anyway.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So this is going to be interesting to see what happens next. But, yeah. You know what I think I'll do? We'll display your but you know what's going to be funny? What we're going to do with you, tomorrow, I want to get that straightened out and set it up so after the draft, you're liable to hit a home run on a few of those. I got a feeling. I think Reagor is very much in this picture because no matter who they pick, even if it is CeeDee Lamb or somebody else in the first round, I think they want that guy to still bust off the top. Now, the only thing I heard about Reagor is the only problem they might have with him is he doesn't like to block, or he doesn't do that very well. So this could be interesting. Well, you could teach a guy to block.
From what I hear, from what I saw, he's not a great blocker. I think Denzel Mims and CeeDee Lamb are in their own class in blocking. But Reagor is definitely a guy, when you listen to the interviews, everything, he wants to really improve every aspect of his game. So, I mean, when you take a guy like Jalen Hurd on the roster, who's probably our best blocker, Devo's a good blocker. If they can just give him a few nuggets, he could really be good. Because people don't understand, it's not about Jimmy not having a good deep ball, so you don't want to have a deep threat. It's about opening up everything underneath the intermediate routes, the run game, everything.
Yes,
because
that's
when you
what I'm
have
talking
to
about.
double team, when you have to double team guys, you have to move the safeties back. It opens up everything else underneath. And there's this one caller earlier. I didn't know who it was, but he was saying that if you look at the top 10 players at receiver who ran a 4.2 in the combine, none of them panned out. I want to note that guys like Tyreek Hill and Marquise Brown didn't run at the combine, for one. And for two, guys like Jacoby Ford and Marquise Goodwin were never sought as route runners or great catchers at all. It's mainly based on the prospects. So I don't like that stat at all. Ruggs is proven. He has reliable hands. He's very physical. And he has, 4.27 speed. So I think best case scenario, he's there. If not, we just wait for Reagor or Denzel Mims, and they do the rest.
I agree. That's the point I was going to make. Because no defense is going to be sit back. Oh, well, Jimmy can't throw the ball deep. Don't worry about it. He's in the end zone. Don't worry. Jimmy can't reach him. Yeah. He'll reach him. He'll reach him in a heartbeat if he's standing out there by himself. No problem. He ain't got a weak arm. That's not it. So, that's why I want the deep threat.
He really doesn't.
Yeah. So
One thing I want to go over, too, is Emmanuel Sanders. It wasn't that he was just a better player, and that's why it helped the team. It was the fact that we could use Debo in so many other ways now. Before, when you have your best route runner running jet sweeps and orbit motions, that's not really what you want to do. But when you bring in a guy like Emmanuel Sanders, you can still have an amazing route runner out there and have your most versatile wide receiver doing everything else you want. And that's why I want to get a receiver in this draft, because now you have Jalen Hurd as your third option. You have Debo as your second, and then one of the receivers we get in this draft potentially as the first. That's really scary, and it doesn't matter that we don't have experience because they all do different things, and Kyle's going to utilize them the way he wants.
That's exactly right, Tony.
So,
brilliant breakdown. It's absolutely on target, too. All right, bro. Tell you what I'm going to do. Tony, I'm going to see you tomorrow, hopefully, if you got a chance. And after the draft, let's see what happens. All right?
All right. Sounds good,
Tony.
man. Have a good night.
Thanks. You too. Yeah, that was the point I was going to bring up earlier. I said, Jimmy's arm, or whether he can throw the deep ball, is irrelevant to what the defense. They can't take any chances. They're not going to sit there and judge whether Jimmy can reach him or not. You better get your butt back there. I mean, if the guy receiver's gone and you don't get him because you don't think Jimmy can reach him, coach is going to hand you your pink slip that night. See, that's why. Hey, John V.
My man, Ronbo. Good evening, my man. How are you?
John, as nervous as I almost said what my dad used to always say all the time. You know about the working girl in church? My mom used to get so mad every time he said that.
Oh, damn. That was good. That's good.
But anyway, I tell you, it's the night before the draft, and it's uncomfortable feeling with all the things that they do to you to plant seeds in your brain as to what they got in mind. I mean, you got Kyle running around with film of Bama games, and you had John Lynch earlier watching Becton, and I think, that's by design. Come on, what are you guys doing? John, I got a feeling somebody said they probably want Ruggs. And then again, what Tony just said points toward, well, maybe it's a better idea to get Judy. You want a razor-sharp route runner out there. Okay, that's Judy. Lamb does things well, but he's more of a physical guy, right? Now Debo, his job becomes more effective. You're just putting those pieces together so they're more effective. I was thinking speed because I wanted that straight-ahead guy if you're going wide receiver in the first, right? So there's a lot of contemplating that's making me crazy. But I know you want defense. And, John, you may get it because you got 5 guys. And somebody said something about getting Simmons. I said, you know what? If they get Simmons, I don't care who else is available. Give me Simmons.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Rumbo, I mean, we lack a little bit of all three that Lamb, Judy, and Ruggs offer. We lack where we have speed and Goodwin, we don't catch the ball. Where we have aggressiveness in Kittle, we have that in Debo, but we could use an aggressive receiver. I mean, Rumbo, I am defense, so speed to me doesn't always impress me. I want to see you, obviously, make space, but a route runner is more impressive to me. Somebody who can impress Kyle and execute what he has drawn up in his head. So for me, I love Denzel Mims right now. I'm kind of on that kick right now, provided we don't get what we want. But Rumbo, I mean, Kyle is leaving these little breadcrumbs. I mean, he couldn't have had the damn phone closer to his head so you couldn't see behind him, and then suddenly there's this little space. It's not like he walked to the bathroom and there was a damn fat head sticker on the side of the wall. You know what I'm saying?
A fat head of Ruggs. That'd have been hilarious. That'd have been in tears. Yeah. Kyle, there's something wrong with that wall behind you. God.
But I get it. I get it. I see what he's trying to do. And like, we know that John and Kyle are sneaky. Yes. We know that they anticipate all the snakery that's going to happen before we pick. And Ronbo, if they trade the 13th pick and build capital out of it, I'll be scared. I don't know how mad I'll be, but I wouldn't be surprised because these guys, Rumbo, I'm still really, really anticipating Trent Taylor and Jalen Hurd to be something really impressive. Yeah. And either they know what they have in those two athletes and that they're healed up and they're going to do well. If Trent's foot's okay, Rumbo, you can count him in, man, right? Yeah. If that foot is legit, Trent has a skill set. I mean, it's not like it's just withered away. No. He'll be there. If he was the best at camp, that talent still is instilled in that man.
And so he's probably even more hungry this year, too. I mean, he's chomping at the bit to get out there. And I got bunch sets with Trent Taylor and Jerick McKinnon on the same side. McKinnon runs, they're both lightning quick. That would be interesting.
That's a gadget player right there. That's an open field running back who can catch the ball, open field catches. I like that. And if these guys know that they still have these talents back in the toolbox, I'm not really worried about what happens. If we don't get what we want, there is still talent in the draft. And I'm a firm believer that while you're looking left, we're working right. You know what I'm saying? And,
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's the Kansas City shuffle right there. So if they want you to believe that they want Ruggs, but they intend on taking somebody late in the 5th or 6th or whatever the hell they're doing, God bless them, man. Do what you got to do, Ronbo. But yeah, man, I'm excited,
John,
Ronbo.
the only thing is, anybody that bites on the antics that John and Kyle put up every season, I mean, if I'm the owner, I'd fire him. I said, you know what? I'm sitting there. It's not even my job to do what you guys do, but I knew that Lynch and Shanahan were playing you. Now look what they did. Now look at what you look like now.
Yep. It's funny, Ronbo. It's funny what
it is.
Kyle could have come online any day of the week, but suddenly it was today. Today
and
he
just
had his
happened
head,
to be.
He had the phone. Yeah, it was good. That's a good one, man. Too smart for his own good.
God,
but
hilarious.
all right, Rumbo, I'll get out of here and give you some time with the rest of the callers. But
thanks, John.
Hey, I'll be watching with you tomorrow. I can't wait to get on the phone. I'll be. Well, let's see. We'll ride this out together, man.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun stuff, John. We'll survive too. All right, John.
I'll be holding my breath too, Rumbo. One of them damn panic attacks.
Gosh.
I'm
see you
gonna
tomorrow,
forget to
fam.
breathe, dude.
Oh.
All right, my man. Good night. Take care.
Good night, John. Okay. Hey, Santana.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing, my man?
Santana. Well, Santana, yesterday, you had me. You were right. And then again, there were some names, first-round picks that did do okay. Now, not a lot, because there's probably more that failed first-round picks than succeeded. But it was interesting because I couldn't think of anybody, So there's a few.
So, I mean, I was listening to people calling in. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tell you that class where Odell Beckham came out of, which was the 2014. That class was rich with wide receivers. They were all stars. I think in the 2014, the guys that came out first rounders. Check this out, Ronbo. It was Sammy Watkins, Mike Evans, Odell Beckham, Brandon Cooks, and Kelvin Benjamin. And then in the second round, Devontae Adams and Allen Robinson and Jarvis Landry came out of that draft class. So that draft class alone was just rich with wide receivers.
How many years ago was that? That was in what year?
This was 2014. Yeah, 2014.
This is something that evolves. Now, this draft is pretty stacked. Next year and the year after, it's going to be another position. Notice how position groups seem to be bigger one year than the next, and there's an imbalance. So this year it happens just to be wide receivers. Last year it was edge rushers.
And
go ahead.
And then Ronbo is like 2013, man. It was Tavon Austin and DeAndre Hopkins came out of that in the first rounders. So between that period of time, between then and now, we haven't really seen. Wide receivers have gone in the first round, but we haven't seen anybody stand out.
They haven't been huge
like I said,
stars.
So it's like a high risk, low reward type of deal. But I mean, look, I think we're gonna trade down from the 13. I don't think we'll stay there, just to accumulate a little bit more picks later on. And Ronbo, I'm gonna tell you what, I guarantee you that CeeDee Lamb, Henry Ruggs, and what's the other guy, Jerry Jeudy, I guarantee you they're gonna fall down. They're gonna fall down maybe in the between 20 and 25th. They'll still be there.
You think so?
At least two receivers. I think so. I think at least two of them will still be there, just because there's a lot more talent in the defensive and O line, So I think that's where a lot of teams are going to go in cornerbacks, the defensive line, and offensive tackles. And there's a lot of teams that need linebackers too. So I think they're going to drop.
Defensive line is Kinlaw, Brown.
It's
in the first round.
I mean, the
I'm
defensive
talking.
line. Yeah, the defensive lineman. It's not. This draft is not really rich with defensive linemen.
Yeah.
So I believe there's going to be a lot of demand for defensive line. So whoever's on the top, whatever 10, they're gonna try to scoop them up quick.
Yeah, and right now that's
So,
Kinlaw Brown, the top of the
Yeah,
draft in the
Kinlaw
first
Brown.
round. After that, I think everybody's going to sit on that for the second round. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to that. There's some cornerbacks, DBs. There's a few. So
there's a few exactly. So I mean, those guys are going to be in demand. So I believe that unless someone really, really, really wants Jerry Jeudy or CeeDee Lamb or Henry Ruggs, they're going to go early in the round. But I really believe they're going to fall down to maybe
last
20,
year?
25th. So, yeah.
I was shocked last year.
So I think we might be able to trade down maybe with Minnesota or the Jacksonville Jags and maybe get some, or even the Miami Dolphins and maybe trade for a couple second round picks or something, and then we'll still be able to pick up maybe a wide receiver like a CeeDee Lamb or Jerry Jeudy around that area, like
in the second round. No, not in the second round.
No, in the first round.
Okay. Oh, you mean as far as Miami? Oh, yeah.
If we really want to go for wide receiver early in the draft, but we like I said, we can still get like I said, we can still trade back a little bit and maybe accumulate a couple picks, and we'll still be able to get maybe one top receiver if that's what they're going for.
That would be ideal. And you're right on the level that normally you don't take a wide receiver. 15 is about as high as you want to go. That is true. Most people do wait on that position.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, Ronbo, like I really think, I mean Henry Ruggs, man. Every time I look at him, like he's just a playmaker. I mean, don't get me wrong, Ronbo. I like Henry Ruggs.
Yeah.
He's probably, for me, I feel like he's the best receiver, like that can be developed to a lot more, like a great player. Coach well, pretty much. But I want to go with I want to address the defensive line. I want to get a DT, a defensive tackle, and then move on and move from there.
All right.
So,
well, Santana, you may get there. I'll tell you what. I'm going to see you after the game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a game. I'm going to see you after the draft tomorrow, okay? And see how right you might be. All right.
Ronbo, like I said, Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are not known to pick up. They get guys to build the trenches. So
that's been the case.
But
they had to though. But now it's like you wonder they're going to continue to do that. We'll see.
I think they are, Ronbo. But
could be.
Yeah. All right, man, Ronbo. I'll let you go, man.
All right,
Santana. Callers in here.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Later, man. See ya.
And it's and here's a guy we've not heard from in a while. Forget about it. It's Niner Mike.
Forget about it. What's going on, Ronbo?
Mike, man, is sitting up here, and we're watching John and Lynch do their thing like they like to do before the draft. You wonder what in the world they're working on and what they're doing. You'll never be able to tell by not the things they're doing, the little telltale signs. Kyle's on the phone watching Bama tapes. Why, Kyle, is that being exposed? And then you got Lynch. He's watching Monitor His House, and he's watching Becton. And there's no coincidence. So, they're dropping little breadcrumbs here and there, and it's funny to watch them. And they're sort of setting the Raiders up. I guess they're setting the Raiders up. Why, I don't know. Because they want something the Raiders might be thinking about.
Look, the thing about, I don't know. I don't know, Ronbo. I just tell you like this, though. Look, right? I'm happy. First of all, shout out to the Niner faithful, Niner Empire. I'm always happy for the draft, even more so than the start of free agency. You know what I mean, Ronbo? It always seems like to me the start of the draft is like the real official start of the new season, the new conquest, So for that, I'm excited. Shout out to everybody on here. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Appreciate it. And, hey, I've been listening to everybody, all the callers. I think everyone's got great ideas.
Wait, Niner Mike. Wait. Except, let me just say one exception. Not you, Jack. He means everybody else. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, but you know, at the end of the day, I think they're gonna stay true to them, and that is they have guys that they probably think are worthy of the 13th overall pick, and I think that if one or two of those guys or both of them are both gone, then they'll probably trade back a
Oh,
little
yeah, for
bit. But
sure.
if one of those two guys are there, then I think they're gonna go for it. You know what I mean? And I seen something interesting. I don't know who posted it, but it was on Instagram or something like that earlier, and it was interesting. It was showing the Pro Bowlers or excuse me, the Hall of Famers that ended up being, depending on what draft what round they got drafted. You know what I mean, Ronbo?
Yeah. Hall of Fame, yeah. I know
And
what you mean.
and let me tell you, the drop off after the first two rounds was really
Drastic.
Big.
Yeah.
And so all these people saying about, oh well, you trade back and you gain a couple of picks. Well, I don't know. My thought is this: we're already a little bit up against the salary cap as it is. We already got players that we feel like we're going to have to pay, that we've been developing. And the reality of it is we're not really a team that's desperate for a whole lot of players. You know what I mean, Ronbo? So
True.
I think, in my opinion, it's more we're going to get more value and more out of it if we just take two players at 13 and 31. Yeah, I feel like we're going to get more value that way than just getting a bunch of second and third round players, because the reality is the players in the first round and a half or so, in second round, those are players that you could really, you got a good 70 or 80% chance of hitting on those players. You know what I mean, Rombo? It's safe to say that they might not be all the Hall of Famers, but they're going to be players that'll have more than a 3 or 4 year career in the NFL. You know what I mean?
Hopefully, yeah.
For the most part. For the most part. You got your busts, you got your Ryan Leafs and your Jamarcus Russells and all them, you know what I mean? You got your busts, right? But the reality of it is, for the team that we have now, for our salary cap situation now, I feel like we should go after two good players that we could add, and I think we all know as a real team, we're deep at the defensive line. Now, we're not perfect anymore, obviously losing Buckner, you know what I mean? But we're still deep there. We had quite a few guys from the defensive line finish on IR last year that we'll be getting back. You know what I mean? And guys that deserved a little bit more playing time than what they were getting. You know what I mean? I like that Taylor kid, number 77, I think he is,
yes.
Julian Taylor. He's a beast. He's a big kid.
I just hope that
right?
knee is healed up. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely. So we get some of these guys back. I feel like our defensive line is good. But all of us as Niner fans, I think Niner faithful, we all know we need a receiver and we need a cornerback. That's it. Point blank, period. We need a receiver. We need a cornerback. We're solid at linebacker. We're decent at safety. I feel like we can grow. We got young safeties. All right. And I think from that perspective, we got a real shot at gaining two of those things. I think we can get both a decent cornerback, somebody that could be a starter in the league, right, at 31, and I feel like we can get definitely a great receiver. Now, me personally, I couldn't remember. I know it's between, what is it, Ruggs or Judy? Who's the better route runner, Ronbo?
Judy.
One of them is really pristine at the route running, right?
Judy's famous for that. Yeah.
All right, I'd be willing to bet that that's the guy that
Kyle's
Kyle
looking
really
at.
wants,
It could be, because that's going to be the
he
closest
really
thing to
loves
Sanders.
his route running. That's what.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly, Ronbo. You just said it, Sanders. That's what Sanders did. Sanders was pristine in his route running, which gave Jimmy the confidence to throw him the friggin' ball, even in the tight windows, because he knew he was going to be where he was supposed to be.
That's true.
You know?
Well, hey, Mike, we're going to go. I got to tell you what, great to hear from you as usual. Let's see you tomorrow after the draft and see if we're all still in great spirits.
Definitely. I might just do that, Ronbo. I might just do that. Hey, but listen,
wish
just
you
have
would.
a good night. Everyone enjoy it tomorrow. Enjoy the evening, Ronbo. Shout out to you, man. Stay healthy, all right? And stay good out there.
You too,
and
Mike.
your family, all right, Ronbo?
All right. Good to hear from you. All right. Night, fam. It's Mike.
Good night.
Hey, and Steph. Hey, come on in, Steph.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Steph, you're collecting all these conversations is too much fun, man. Because I can't tell you, the possibility of the 49ers standing pat. And again, Mike brings up a good point. There's no point bringing in a lot of trash. You'd have to throw it out later. So, you go ahead and you take 13 and 31. And, you humble yourself up this year. You'll maybe wait till the fifth rounds and pick up some of those other. 49ers are good at finding people in the strangest places. I mean, Can you imagine? I'm here to look at C.J. Beathard. All right, he's out over here. He's working out over here. Come on over here. You guys, you enjoy your trip out here? Yeah, nice weather this time of year, too. All right, hey, C.J., they're here. And there he is. He's going through the drills. Boom. There's a tight end down there nobody knows about. Boom. And pretty soon the 49ers notice. Say, who's that guy that's he's on the other end of those catches? That's tight end George Kittle. Good blocker. You want an offensive line? You want a guy that's going to help your offensive line out. He's the guy. Steph.
Yeah.
Even his whole coaching staff didn't know what they had. Woo! Niners know.
But anyways, Ronbo, this is my last and final. I mean, we're here, Ronbo. This is it. This is the last time I'm going to, do a little prediction.
Wait. Drum roll. Ting. Steph's got a prediction.
So this is what's going to happen, Ronbo.
What's going to happen?
I just feel like the Jets take the no lineman. Okay, the Raiders for me, it's between. I think they get Ruggs or Judy. I mean, Judy.
They definitely do one.
Judy works.
Agreed.
Judy works out with AB, and he's that type. He's in that circle, and I don't know. I just feel like Gruden likes those type of guys. Just the dogs, and so I think he goes with one of the Bama guys. And I think our guy all along, Ronbo, is CD or Justin Jefferson.
You're probably right.
I just don't. I mean, it's just Kyle showing film of Alabama. It's like, okay, Kyle.
Like that's gonna fool somebody.
I just like, this is what am I thinking here, okay? I mean, the two receivers that don't have any weakness per se, I would, in my opinion, is CD or Jefferson. You look at Judy, okay, he has the best route running in the draft, but he just, after the catch, Ronbo, it's not the greatest. I mean, he's just not as dangerous as Kyle likes. Ruggs, he has the speed. We all get that, but he doesn't have the polish. He's not polished. He's still raw. I think he's just raw. He really depends on his athleticism, as in strength and his speed. He's raw, in my eyes. And if we're going to get someone that, stretches the field out on that type of level, well, then why waste it on 13? Let's wait at 31 for Rieger or somebody. I mean, there's plenty, I think there's plenty of.
That makes sense, too. Yeah, but Rieger's, you know what, though? Mims has that kind of speed. I wonder.
Or him, too. I mean, see, there you go. There's
I'd get
two others.
Because Mims likes to block. Rieger, they say he'll take the top off a defense, but he's not going to help you when it comes to blocking.
See, yeah, I don't think Rieger's a dude either. So, to me, I think, you just go for the full, what is Kyle like? Blocking receivers. CeeDee Lamb has that.
You definitely got to block. That seems to be tops on Kyle's. He told Emmanuel Sanders when he came there, you got to block,
And Rob, I was watching, I was watching film on CeeDee, right? And I think, ran a lot of plays like Kyle does. I mean, where the crossing route where you just flip the field, the play action roll, and you end up on the other side of the numbers.
Always.
And then he did the sweeps, all the under stuff, the screening, just the block. I just seen a lot of what we do.
A lot of movement
in that offense, Ronbo.
Yeah.
A lot of movement is what I'm saying.
God. And we did so well last year with it. They were getting caught off sides. So he's got that almost built exactly to the point. Next year, Steph, wait and see.
So you line up, imagine this, Ronbo. You line up CD and Debo on the same side, right? You throw that screen, they're both dogs at blocking, Ronbo.
I know.
And you got Kittle helping you, and they're the best making the play after the catch. CD's number one in the nation. Debo's number one in the NFL. You pair those two up, you got dogs. Not to mention, Debo and CD are boys, so Kyle Shanahan's probably asking.
He knows about
Debo
that,
CD.
I guess you're right because the 49ers are doing everything they
But
can
I'm
to get
just
the
getting
Raiders to go
overconfident,
for.
Rob. I'm gonna hurt myself doing
What are
this.
you gonna do? Go ahead, make
Talking
a
a big
prediction.
game about CD.
It's gonna be CD.
I'm just thinking. I'm putting my hopes up, Ronbo. That's what I'm doing. I don't care anymore.
I think it is because, like we're saying, Kyle is just ridiculous, trying to let everybody know I'm a Ruggs fan, but really he's a Lamb fan.
And Ronbo, when's the last time anything's gotten out about us calling players? Right? I mean,
I
guess Ruggs said it himself.
Yeah, and today they
So it's not like it
mentioned
was
who they
reported.
interviewed and they put it, but they always have to do that though because the reporter's going to tell anyway.
Yeah.
So, well, Steph, we're going to find out tomorrow. Steph, CD's your guy though for the first round pick, huh?
Fun.
All right.
CD or Jefferson? Let's go CD, Jefferson, and then
and
it's undeniable. Ruggs is just a difference maker. So.
All right, Steph. Good stuff. I'll tell you what, I'll be looking for you tomorrow night after the draft.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night, man. It's going to be a good one. Should all be prepared.
God, yes. All right, Phil. There's Steph. Put Steph down in the CD Lamb camp. Could be. Because I'm starting to give up on Ruggs. Because I can see right now, Kyle, that's too much. You're not going to go for Ruggs doing that stuff. I know it now. Curtis! Curtis, where you at? Curtis, George of the jungle, friends to you and me. Boom! Watch out for that tree. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, George.
How's it going, Ronbo?
George, it's going nervous as crazy. Tomorrow's draft, it cannot get here soon enough. And when the dust settles on that 13, George, if the 49ers don't have a trade partner, they have one of five people they want, or one of the five people they want's got to be there, or they want to trade out. And if they can't get a partner, George, they'll be forced to take whomever and keep 31 or trade it or stand pat for the rest of the draft. We'll just, for day one, take 2 days off, come back on day 3. George, what do you think's going to happen? Because what do you do if that happens?
Man, the funny thing is that, like, John Lynch got a master plan up his sleeve, and then
he does.
He's gonna hit us tomorrow with just a couple moves, do a boom, 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 and we're gonna be like, "That's genius! No one expected it. Where did this come from? Who got swindled? Look at who we got. We're going back to the Super Bowl, and we're gonna be happy." And then I'm gonna be back in the line, the Ronbo line, waiting to say my piece.
And next year will be a better celebration because we had to cry about, we were right there. We just had to wait a few more minutes and we win the game. Not again, though.
Ronbo, and the thing too is that I feel like all of us, like we're like itching for Terrell Owens, like Jerry Rice, like a wide receiver who's just our dude. I mean, like, we have Kittle and all that, but he's just not a wide receiver. Like, it's just something about having a number one wide receiver.
Too many other duties.
So
Exactly.
sexy in the NFL.
Yeah.
And it's a plethora of them, man. But you know what? Honestly, I don't expect us to pull at 13. I expect us to sell the pick and go to, like, I don't know, from 15 to like 22, around there.
You do?
I really see that happening. Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Getting someone like Jefferson or
Mims.
Someone who's probably gonna fall a little bit. That one guy from Baylor that you guys are talking about.
Yeah, that's Denzel Mims.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that guy. No, there was another one that was falling. I forgot.
A wide receiver?
Talking about? Yeah, it was another wide receiver that he's Rieger. Is that a thing?
Oh, Rieger, you could definitely get Rieger at 22 or 20, whatever. Yeah, Rieger's.
Yeah,
he's the guy who removes. He puts the defense in panic mode, but he's not that fast, which is really interesting. I want to see, but Antonio Brown does that too, though. So, we're gonna see.
Oh, Ronbo. So I'm hearing that we might like get O.J. Howard or what is it, Ingram from the Giants, and
I know.
I don't want those guys, Ronbo. They suck so bad.
I was getting ready to ask you. How do you feel about O.J.? Yeah, Howard does not impress me.
I'm like, Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not gonna be too happy if we get swindled for if they swindle us and we somehow end up with them when we could have got like Thaddeus Moss or something like that from LSU.
Yeah. Ingram is good, but Ingram, I understand he's in the hospital almost half the season every year. So, certain guys got a certain playing style. That's not going to stop. They're going to keep on getting hurt. So, yeah, let's OJ and Ingram go elsewhere. And they're going to expect to get paid. I think Ingram, it's time for OJ to get paid.
Yeah, get paid for what?
Yeah.
Get paid for what? Like he hasn't done nothing. He's honestly
right?
a buzz. And I remember I thought he was gonna be. I wanted the Niners to get him. I'm thankful. So
I did too. I was so mad.
You were around. I remember we talked about it.
Right? Because the Bucks were picking up an offensive machine. It wasn't only OJ. They picked up a couple of. Did Evans? They picked up a couple of other guys before that.
He was OJ Howard coming off college. He was like a good prospect, and
he was awesome.
He was gonna be good
at
too.
Bama.
Yeah,
he was tough.
We all fair for that one.
and then the Bucks. Oh, how come? Oh, the Bucks got everybody. I was whining, then, now we see what happens. You never know. You never know. OJ ain't all that. Not in the pros. He's okay, but nothing special. So.
Yeah, nothing special. Hey, Ronbo, what did you think about Ken Law saying that he was already saying that he wants the Niners to draft him?
I know. I love the dude. I mean, oh man, bring him! Bring him in.
Does he know something that we don't know?
Hey, baby, because I can't see the Jags not getting him though, because the Jags they depleted their entire defensive front. They gotta get either Brown.
They might get Tua.
The Jags? Everybody's getting Tua now.
Yeah, they might get. Yeah, everyone's gonna get Tua, right?
The Raiders are getting Tua, and Jack called in and said we're getting Tua.
That's
come on, man! People just passing Tua around like there's about 15 Tuas. Come on! No, he's not. You could be right though.
Us,
But they got the Jaguars got the guy with the mustache. What's his name again?
What is it, Minshew?
Minshew, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Minshew.
I thought they like him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe not.
Do you know what?
But 13-3 because we got Jimmy G again. Let's go.
And Jimmy's gonna shock people this year. And you know why? First of all, George, people have made him feel like he's absolute dirt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes,
dude,
I hate that, Ronbo. I hate
Oh.
how people hate on him. They be saying the word like he sucks, this and that. I'm like, bro, like what? Did you not see NFL season last year or what? Because we were smashing on everyone, and it was a lot to do because of him. Like we don't have Jimmy Garoppolo. We suck for like the last 5 years, and then we get Garoppolo and we're good. You can't just say it's the defense. You got to give Garoppolo his props.
No.
And he goes out there and he runs the offense, bro. Stop playing.
They said it was all about the run game. Jimmy didn't have nothing to do with it. I've had that argument. I got blocked. You know what? I'll get blocked again. Don't tell me Garoppolo had nothing to do with that drive. He was there were several games he did well.
What about when we went into Green Bay and we stomped out the first time during the season when we stomped out Aaron Rodgers? Everyone didn't say nothing about that.
No,
they were just
won't.
real quiet. But then we went to the Saints and we stomped out the Saints, and now all of a sudden you want to put eyeballs on us.
George,
man, miss me with that.
You and I agree fully. We got to go, fam. I'm gonna see you tomorrow though, huh? After the draft.
Yes, sir, Ronbo.
All right.
Take care, Ronbo.
You too. And let's go back and see what's up with Curtis. Curtis.
What's up, Ronbo?
Curtis, man, we're sitting up here going over the possibilities of first not being able to trade out because ain't nobody trading, Curtis. Let me look. I haven't looked back in the last couple of hours because I've been on the phone, but where's the trade ups? Ain't nobody trading up. 49ers said, come get some. Nobody said, I don't want none. Detroit sitting way up at 3. Nobody wants that pick. So I'm saying, are the 49ers have to stick with 31, 13, take a couple of days off and come back? So it's really funny what's going on right now. What if that happens? Is it going to happen? Do you think it's going to happen, Curtis?
Well, all that I can see is all the receivers gone, it probably can happen. But if all the receivers gone, I think we stick with a corner.
Could be, but Sherm's got another year. Buck just left.
Yeah, but that will give that corner enough time to pick Sherman's brain.
True.
To learn how to play corners.
True.
Because look what happened in the Super Bowl. Both our corners got burnt in the Super Bowl. we don't got no corners.
Come on, Curtis.
Ronbo.
It was all Jimmy's fault. It was nobody but Jimmy's fault.
It was Jimmy's fault, man. It was Jimmy's fault, man. It was the referee's fault.
There were several people involved. Exactly. Including our two quarterbacks.
It was Jimmy's fault.
Yeah.
It was Jimmy's fault that we lost the Super Bowl.
Well, and then there's that, too.
Saying, we can get somebody to take Sherman plays after next year. But if we can't trade back to some more picks, I like that. I would like to get Kinlaw, but
Curtis,
he's just like Dean Ford. He got that 10 lives in his knee.
Yeah. Curtis, do you see a cornerback in this draft? And if you've looked at a few, you see a cornerback in this draft that actually could come in and other than Okudah. There's I don't know, after Okudah, C.J. Henderson is good, but if he can't tackle, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. You can't run.
Yeah.
If you can't do the run, you ain't no good.
Yeah, you gotta be able to fight. Is a cornerback? Is there one in this draft that you like that you might want to see come in? Because Akello Witherspoon, Don Lynch already said Akello's got a big year ahead of him. Meaning, this is it, Akello. Show us. Yeah.
Okay. So what's up about this stuff I heard today about Juju Schuster?
Juju's not coming, and they made it real clear, and they want us to stop talking about that. Juju's not coming to San Francisco, Curtis. It's pretty much promised, and it says Steelers make it known that Juju Smith-Schuster won't be traded to the 49ers. Even the Steelers said, look, Niners, no, stop it. So I guess not.
So Ronbo, can I get a shout out for my birthday?
Oh, yeah. And then we can do that. Are you ready, Curtis?
I'm ready.
Happy, not super Niners before the draft night birthday to Curtis. Happy Niners birthday, Curtis. Happy Niners.
You know what, Ronbo? You know what, Ronbo?
What's that?
I trust John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. To be honest, I don't care what they do. They took us to the Super Bowl when people didn't think we were going to the Super Bowl.
Curtis, I'm not through yet.
Okay.
Birthday to Curtis. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead, Curtis.
Yeah, like I said, I don't care what Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan and Lynch do. They've been doing good since they've been
for 3 years. So
I don't care what they do.
That's right.
I really don't care because a lot of people they expect us to go to the Super Bowl. A lot of people like, they can win 8 games, 7, 9, 8,
3. Remember that dude from NFL Network had us down for 3 games.
Yeah, I saw that.
3
I
and
watched
13.
that.
Everybody did.
Every time he had a lose against, we won again.
He made everybody in the Niner Empire mad. Everybody had a piece of him. Adam Rank, he got so worried, Curtis. He asked people. He said, "Guys, my family and people read these. I understand that you don't appreciate my draft, but please, easy."
But you know that he had apologized after the season.
He apologized in the middle of the season.
13-3, he apologized.
Hey, yeah, when we got to 10 games, he stopped. He asked for people to lighten up because people was working at him, Rank. Ooh. He won't do that again.
I don't listen to other critics and all that. You know, with a game count, with season start, that's when I start counting on it. I don't listen to what everybody else says.
Yeah. Well, we proved that.
You talk about you pick this player. I'm going with Shanahan and Lynch.
Curtis, they're real football guys. They pretty much know what they're doing the majority of the time. They make some mistakes, but then everybody, there's no way not to avoid that. But they do really, the majority of the time, they're right on top of it. And we can trust them. Right. You're absolutely right. So, yeah.
So, all bus I can think of is Solid Thomas.
Well,
and
see,
Pennis.
There's a whole story
but
behind
you know
Solid
what, though?
Thomas.
But you know what?
Go ahead,
but
real
you know
quick.
what you heard with Pennis? When Pennis went to ask Lynch,
What?
don't release him.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, he said don't release him.
Lynch don't release him.
Oh yeah, because he plans on coming back with a plan this year. We'll see. Curtis, we gotta go.
He got to bulk up. He got to bulk up and stop being scared and fuck with them cats. He can get a dog here.
He'll be all right.
He's a good player.
He better be. All right, Curtis, we gonna go. I'm gonna see you tomorrow night, okay?
I bet.
Hey. Night,
Appreciate
Curtis.
what you do, Ronbo. Love you, man.
Thanks, man.
Love
you back.
Life for life, baby.
That's Curtis, the birthday man. And Tyler. Come on in, Ty.
Ronbo, did you see my tweet I just sent you a little bit ago?
No, I haven't been watching Twitter. I'll probably respond as soon as we get through here. But go ahead, tell me about it then.
Well, I'll tell you what it was. So I watched a video of Shanahan doing his little home office tour
that
for
was
the
so
draft.
ridiculous.
And
it's not going to be
no,
Ruggs.
listen.
Yeah.
On that TV, it showed the Alabama versus Mississippi State game. Now, let me give you the stat line for that game. All right?
All right. Go ahead.
Henry Ruggs, 3 catches, 39 yards, no touchdown.
Okay.
You think he was watching Henry Ruggs?
Maybe not.
Judy, 7 catches, 114 yards, no touchdown. 7 catches, 114 yards. He was watching Jerry Judy.
Listen, I told you about that in the tweet. All right. Ruggs is not out there. He's a setup. He's a decoy probably the most of the time. He's a ploy.
I want a guy that's actually going to catch passes, man.
I do, but I'm still saying I got guys who can catch passes. I need what he does as well. I want them both, if you want to know.
What about what Shanahan needs, though? Come on, man.
I'm thinking for Shanahan. I know what he wants. I know what he needs. He needs
Apparently
Henry
not.
Ruggs.
Rombo, this is what I said. This is what I said on that tweet, man. I said Shanahan's TV in the draft room had this Alabama versus Mississippi State game on. Your boy Ruggs had 3 catches for 39 yards. Judy had 7 catches for 114 yards. Now you tell me who you think he wants. ... And then I put a few emojis in there you'll have to see.
Oh. Hey, listen, Tyler. You can I've told everybody about strategies a million times. I understand Rudy. There's probably been games when Judy. There probably been games when Judy wasn't dominant and Ruggs was. That was just a game.
Not really. Now, Ruggs has had games where he's been dominant, but Judy's usually dominant in every game.
So you're saying
Just
consistency's
like,
going to win here? I don't. You know what?
Just like that Michael Jordan documentary. They said these guys asked about Michael Jordan. Like, you know how you see highlights and stuff? It shows all the good, right?
Mm.
Well, they asked about Michael Jordan. They said, where's his bad moments? They said, oh, no, he was like this every night. That's Jerry Judy.
Listen.
He's great. He's really good in every game.
I'm not going to be surprised if they do take Judy at this point, because here's the matter of fact is Kyle may be looking to replace Sanders, and if he wants a guy that could take the top off, maybe he goes and gets Rieger. I still know Shannon does want a speedster, or he keeps Goodwin. If Marquise please, Marquise, don't be distracted. Yes, I'll take you, no problem. But I need that guy to move that safety off the line of scrimmage.
I think Marquise
he just needs to stay healthy. Like
Well,
really, he stay healthy or stay on the field. Like
Yeah.
the past 2 years, he hasn't played very much. I don't look at it like, oh, he hasn't been productive. When he's on the field, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
But not great.
And he's complementary to the game. George Kittle is going to always prosper. And I see them coming off the same side of the field at the same time. I love that. It's such poetry in motion. Keith is going like a bullet down the field. George picks his moment, curls right off his tail, right across the middle. He's so open, it's ridiculous. I said, oh, God, I love to watch that. You know, see, that's why I want that speed guy. So, you know.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. Goodwin, when he played, he was okay. You know, he was not special. We dropped 48 on New Orleans without a speedster per se. So there are guys that don't have to run a friggin' 4-2 to take the top off the defense.
No, I just mix it. No, okay. What I'm saying, Shanahan's offense is so complex.
You don't have to have that.
There's so many things he can do if he has every element. Now, granted, Shanahan's still brilliant. He's still going to beat you. He's going to score. But I like to see those moments where you say, oh, my God, look how open George is. There's nobody near Dima. Oh, my God, what is that? What happened? You're sitting there looking around. What happened?
You see it all the
and
time.
It's all works together, you know? So.
Yeah, and here's the problem. In the Super Bowl, okay, I want to kind of go back to something. I hate talking about it.
Yeah,
On that last, in the last couple drives, I believe it was either the last drive or the drive before that, we had the ball. Jimmy tried to throw a pass to George Kittle. Okay, like 2 or 3 passes, got batted at the line. What are you going to do? Like, are you going to you want Jimmy to take like a friggin' steroid to make him grow 3 inches? Like, it's not his fault that he's 6'2".
Right, or take a 20-step drop back. You know, I mean, I
think Shanahan should have told him to do that, though. I think he should have told him to drop back a little further, but, I mean.
You know, the offensive line, that's why it was sad. Well, they just pretty much fired Person as soon as they got a chance, you know. He was just getting abused.
Prepare yourself.
Right.
I would not be surprised they got rid of Mike Person. They decide to go guard at 31 or 13. I would not be surprised. I would be pissed, but I would not be surprised.
Mike Brunskill's going to be fine. If they get a guard, it's not going to be right that early.
Ronbo, we don't know what they're thinking.
That's true.
Now, at 31, I wouldn't be shocked. But either way, I'm going to be pissed if we pick one in the first round.
Yeah, well, 31. We do need a tackle. Get him groomed up right now.
A guard.
Well, yeah, but not as badly as you need a tackle. Joe Staley is probably thinking about seriously leaving, but you know what? Brunskill can also play. Brunskill does better at the tackle than he does a guard, actually. So it's interesting what he's going to be able to do. So.
But I think about it this way: we have. Joe Staley seems like he's going to play out his contract because he knows he has a Super Bowl window here.
Yeah.
So what I think is at 31, I would not be surprised if they pick a guard. Maybe they want a guard that's a little bit more physical or does a couple things a bit different than Person does. And they're like, maybe we can be more efficient at this if we have a different guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably what they did with that move. Now, I think it was kind of unnecessary because there's other things we have to address.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they got a plan, and I think that they thought, well, I mean, we can pay a guy less money and basically get the same production. So
there you go.
I mean,
better production
we'll
because
right.
Person was shot. Tyler, I'm going to see you after the draft tomorrow. I figure it's going to be somebody's going to be celebrating. I'm going to be delighted no matter who they pick. I got my preferences, but I'll be delighted. So anyway, that's position I think that I'm concerned with more than anything. All right.
But I'll be ready to argue with you after the draft.
I can't wait.
That being said, I love you, man. I love you, man.
Here.
Niner Empire, Niner for life. Forever faithful. Win, lose, or tie, Niner till I die.
Hey.
Pipe bomb.
Night, Tyler. Tyler, he's a good kid. I just want to say, as receiver Juju Smith-Schuster's 4th season approaches, some have wondered aloud whether the 2018 Steelers MVP won't get a big money second contract in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh does not like to pay people, as you know. That chatter possibly has been fueled rumors that Smith-Schuster could be traded as his 4th NFL season approaches to the 49ers. Well, With those rumors barely registering on the NFL rumor mill radar screen, the Steelers mobilized, letting multiple reporters, not one or two, but multiple reporters, know that Smith-Schuster won't be traded to the 49ers. You know, that's a second-round pick in 2018. Smith-Schuster is due to make $1,037. No, that can't be right. $1.37 million. Excuse me. Hey, this year the final one of his rookie deal. So, you know, he had a dramatic decline in production last year, dropping from 1,426 yards to 552, which probably fuels some of the speculation, saying Smith-Schuster cannot get paid here with that kind of production. Get him out of here. Or, apparently Smith-Schuster can't play unless he's bouncing off Antonio Brown. These are all legitimate arguments. So, I don't know. Maybe it's true and maybe not. So, you know. Since they said the 49ers lost Emmanuel Sanders, we'd be in the market to get an Emmanuel or Juju Smith-Schuster. But no, right now it's not going to happen. Watch tomorrow. And the Pittsburgh Steelers have dealt Juju Smith-Schuster to the 49ers for pick number 31. What? And if it's Rich Eisen, you know, just yesterday, the Steelers made clear that they weren't trading Juju Smith-Schuster, and now the 49ers have picked up a brand new shiny receiver. So, yeah, you can see, get ready for anything tomorrow, fam. Oh, I'm telling you, anything's going to happen. Everybody's talking now. They ain't saying nothing. I mean, Tyler even pointed out, Kyle's sitting there watching games to let you know that he's looking at Bama, when really it's Lamb that he's going to pick up. He's not picking up Judy or Ruggs. They may not even be picking up a wide receiver with 13. Scary stuff, huh? I'll see you tomorrow during the game. I'll be in your face at your place. From round, I'm talking pick 1 till our pick, all the way if we're going to 31, I don't know. But we're going to hang, baby. And then after the game, of course, we'll talk about it. Hit that like, fam. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. May this night pass quickly. Let us go to it. Niners!